I don't think Americans really understand. No matter how funny that sounds, like in Serbia, we don't have Amazon. We're done. We can't do this. No more partners. Like, we made this mistake so many times by now. Like, it's actually ridiculous.
Eddie came to us and he said, look, I'll put it this way, and if you still say no to me after this, then fine. I wish you all the best. Let's consult, whatever. Would you rather one full grape or half a watermelon? We can't say, I want the grape, because you sound stupid. So we said yes.
Welcome to the 4Media Uncut podcast, where we bring on crazy marketers, agencies, e-commerce brands, and really anyone making money online with a really cool story to tell. With that being said, we got two really special guests today flying in from Europe, actually all the way to Atlanta, Georgia to shoot this podcast. They actually run our entire Europe division and manage our entire team there. And originally we're actually a different marketing agency, and through some talks, we managed to make a deal together where we acquired them.
Pretty cool stuff. We're talking about Nikola Stojanovic and Luc Simmons. Luc's from the UK. Nikola is from Serbia. They are an uncommon duo, I'd say. You would not expect them to be friends, let alone business partners, but they make a great combo. They're super fun, and they talked all about what it looks like to actually get acquired by a bigger agency, the benefits of it, how they came out on the other side with a much more positive outlook than they did when they were actually running it and owning it themselves. And they just talked about stories and growing up in Serbia, what all that is like. It was a really, really fun podcast. This was at the very end of their 2-week trip to America, so it was really fun to get Nick's perspective and Luc's perspective on what America is like, business here, and the pros and cons of working in the 4Media office versus being fully remote. So this was a really fun podcast. I hope you all enjoy the episode.
Yeah. You wouldn't even know.
No.
It's just a fan noise.
So why the fuck are these guys on our podcast? Who are they?
Well, Luc, Nik, what the heck are you guys doing here? This is 4Media Atlanta. You guys are supposed to be holding down the fort overseas.
Yeah. Well,
Why
are we here?
Yeah.
Well,
who are you guys? You tell us.
We are a few buds across the pond trying to take over 4Media. No, I'm joking. No, we actually came over to finally see the main headquarters of the 4Media. We were very excited to come here, see how you guys operate, and hopefully we can open our own office across the pond. So, and it's been pretty exciting so far, not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's great culture here. Big difference.
So how the hell do you guys know each other? Like, one guy has a Serbian accent, the other guy has a British accent.
You got it the wrong way around.
Yeah. But you seem like a weird duo. You know what I mean?
We're complete polar opposites.
Yeah.
You know, we disagree to agree on a lot of things, but it works. We started off. We knew we worked so well together because we used to play good cop, bad cop so well, so well. Obviously, bad cop, as you can tell, and I used to be good cop.
That's like me and Terry, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
she can be the bad cop, but she's really nice about it, so it's like it works.
Yeah.
But how we started actually, so I was hired by Billy Wilson like five and a half years ago, and we had a course, SMMA, typical thing. So, and we were doing pretty good, and actually he was one of the students in the course, and obviously, like any platform or any course, you need testimonials, right? So we came to an idea, okay, let's give people free consultation, one-on-one, and in return, we would get a testimonial, right? And so I blast out a post in our group. Obviously, Luc was one of the first ones who signed up. Yeah. And we actually postponed our meeting for like a month and a half.
I think it was longer.
Yeah, but still we got it. And it was so good. We vibed quite well. And that was it. And for a while, I was with Billy Wilson. We continued our business. He was starting his own agency. He was doing his own thing. And after, I believe, 2.5 years.
Long time,
yeah.
Long time.
Things.
Andrew, you feel how long it is?
Oh, I feel how long that time was.
That was good. I think Eddie went a little bit Australian though.
Oh, shit.
It happens, bro.
Yeah, it's close.
It's hard to stay in my lane.
I go Scouse when I try and do any other accent.
Australian for me is like an easy one. You know, it's like an extreme.
I agree.
So it's easy to stay away. Like sometimes English is so far from American that it's closer to Australian.
So far, this
So
trip's
sometimes
made me,
I bleed those lines. You know what I mean? Try to stay in the.
I feel like Australian's a little bit slower than English. You know.
Yeah, but it also goes like.
Good day, mate.
Yeah, they got their. You know what I mean?
There's their waves.
There's the
their
waves.
waves.
yeah.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
You got to go up at the top, yeah.
go at the top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, English is a little bit closer to the middle.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
But another word that came up earlier, knackered. I said I'm knackered, and
What the fuck is knackered, Luke?
it means exhausted. It actually used to be to describe horses. Once they were basically, they tired themselves to death, like through work. So
What is it? Knackered?
knackered with a K, Knackered.
They knackered themselves out, or like they're
Exactly.
just knackered.
You would say that horse is knackered. And then
Like
that would
after
be
we worked out with
shooting.
Chris, we were knackered.
Oh yeah, completely.
Absolutely knackered.
I was absolutely knackered. Absolutely.
Like, does that lean more to like I'm so exhausted or
Yeah, exactly. It's like instead of just saying I'm tired, it's like exaggerating. Like, I'm so bloody tired. Oh, why did I add blood? I'm going more British the more we speak. Unbelievable. Cups
love
of tea,
this.
You know, scones. What do you want? Cream, clotted cream.
that's cool. Knackered's a new one for me.
Yeah, no worries. I'll think of some more.
So 2.5 years you guys were together.
2.5 years. And yeah, so we're in that group. No, sorry. So we met after that group, and I actually found the screenshot the other day. So do you guys know Miro Salim?
No.
Swedish guy. He was in the marketing space. No, so at the time he was quite, you know, he was big. I mean, we used to
For us.
for us. And me and Jared at the time were just starting the ecom side of things. So we were probably 6 months into it.
What were you guys selling? What were you doing?
Ecom. So we were doing Facebook ads. It was just Facebook ads at that point. 6 months in, probably 10 clients, and we were like,
And Jared's American, right?
he's American.
How'd you meet him?
In the same group. So
That's
everything started in the same group. I came back traveling from 3.5 months, actually being in Australia. And yeah, when I got back, I saw this post from Jared saying, I want someone to help me. And my agency, while I was away, basically fiddled out to nothing. So I decided to give it a go. And one call later, we were working together. So it was pretty nuts. Yeah.
That's sick. So you said you were like 6 months into that.
6 months into that, and then we decided we needed to know more about media buying. We knew nothing. We were doing like local lead gen strategies.
What year was this again?
20 probably.
I'm worse with years.
No, I think it was even
19.
2019 maybe?
2020.
Before the pandemic?
2020, because
2020.
I came back 2 weeks before we went into lockdown.
Wow.
Yeah, which is March.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we met then, and Nikola jumped on, and you were moving house or something. So
Yeah, because there was a full lockdown in Serbia. We couldn't go out of the house, literally not like at all, for 6 months straight. So I was moving everything from the office and all the stuff to the apartment. And I just put everything in place. And then that's when these two guys just called me. Man, we need some media buying on our e-commerce. We don't know shit.
And we knew he was great. He was giving Miro Salim such a hard time with that call. And like we said, like, at the time, we were like, wow, who's this guy? And Nicola's like questioning him on every strategy. He's like, I don't know about that. I don't know about this. So we had to hire him, we had to bring him into it. And so we started working together. You started managing some of our clients. We started to see some crazy results. And then you got your team to manage it.
Yeah, so at a time while I was working with Billy, I was overloaded with work, and obviously being in Serbia, I had a lot of friends who wanted to make money, and so I started training them up. And after a while, actually Danny, who was working here, Danny, I actually gave everything on Scope side to Danny to manage all the accounts because I was still focusing on Billy's work, and so.
And Scope was the name of the agency.
That was
Yes.
the e-com agency, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then shortly after that, obviously things didn't turn out the way I wanted with Billy. So we parted ways, and I was thinking of opening my own thing, right? I was tired of working for someone else. I genuinely wanted to do something on my own. And I was believing in my skill, and I knew I could make it, but there was one issue. Me being in Serbia, it's a massive issue because I cannot take any payments. For me to persuade a client to work with me, and I need to tell him I'll pay this money to Serbia, It was a huge issue, and luckily, I
That's
stayed
the only reason, yeah.
No, but luckily I stayed in touch with him, and so one time we were phoning each other and just like complaining. And
When you were getting your back tattoo.
yes, and so it was like talking shit. Okay,
Do you regret a back tattoo?
absolutely not. I'm finishing that. I have half of the back done, and so I'm wrapping up the rest of it. So
Nick Shackelford, he's coming for you.
oh, wow.
Bro, Nick went with 0 to 100.
Oh, yeah.
So fast.
Insane.
0 to 1,000.
1,000. 1,000's a fair. It's 1,000.
Like 0 to 100 is like, a sleeve. It's like 0 to 1,000. He's
exactly.
tatting his whole body, and he's trying to get it done like in like 9 months. Yeah.
It's insane. It's got to be like a world record of some
Crazy,
sort.
crazy. It's a lot.
Bro, that's a lot of pain. Like every few days getting 5 hours, 6 hours of tats.
Yeah. There are some places.
So you
I
were
would
bored
wanna
getting the
get a tat.
tattoo, and you called up Luke.
That was it. Yeah.
on the tattoo side, it's actually not that bad. So only the first 30 minutes are like, ooh, this is uncomfortable. I don't know if I can make it. And then 30
Yeah, but you did it on your back.
oh,
There's
trust me.
so many areas that hurt more.
When-
Like your collarbone area, anywhere where it's thin skin.
I don't my ribs.
Your-
Worst.
It's actually
Ribs out.
Shading, you just feel your whole rib cage vibrating.
Bro,
Ow,
stop.
ow,
I
ow.
can't even stretch my They hurt. If I touch my ribs, they hurt. You know what I mean? Like, imagine drilling them.
Yeah.
Fuck.
By the way, we never addressed on this podcast that today is Eddie's actual fucking birthday.
Happy
Thank you,
birthday.
thank you.
Like literally, it's his birthday.
You
so
guys
thanks,
just roasted my ass.
thanks for taking the
That was
time.
really sick. That was the sickest thing anyone's ever done for my birthday.
dude. Thank you.
Like
man.
I feel like that's a pretty important. Yo, shout out content team.
Good job.
Wait, so for context, the video will probably be up by the time we post this, but Eddie's birthday was today, and we roasted him like a Comedy Central roast. Like it was literally the roast of Eddie Maalouf. So go watch the video if you haven't watched it. But I think we're gonna
Sickest
post
thing.
it. We're gonna post it on YouTube.
Sickest shit ever.
I assuming you're approving.
100%, bro. Yeah.
Because we were like worst case scenario. Eddie gets super offended at some shit,
Bro.
which we were like he's not gonna do because we were also controlling it as well. We were like we're gonna make it videos so that people can't just go up and say the wildest shit to the CEO instead of like imagine it was just like open floor, just like open roasting people.
I walked into your office and Tara's working on it. She didn't realize I walked in, or she did, but like
she had headphones on, I think,
to move from this screen to this screen,
and she was on my computer, which
and
she
your
doesn't know how to
computer,
do.
Yeah, exactly. So I saw roast of Eddie Maalouf, and then I saw on Slack or on WhatsApp it said, "Do you think that one's too harsh?" ? And someone was like, "No, I don't think so," or something like that. I was
Damn.
like, "Wow!" I was like, "I can't wait to see this one."
Holy.
you know, we were sitting here when we recorded ours, and
Oh,
the
I
whole
could tell.
the look was the whole time like, is Eddie here? No, it's not. Like setting it up, then coming back again. Okay, let me
It was
set
so
it.
funny. It was so funny.
Oh well.
Yeah, we had some good roasts. It was so fun. The thing is, we were trying to plan that for a while, and my plan was to get a bunch of them at Agency Founders. But like,
Bro,
by
no,
the
no.
end of Agency
Me
Founders,
and you and Nate, actually, put some respect on Nate's name here, barely got any sleep. Nate's in third place, like right there at number 3.
yeah,
Because he stayed up just as late, but he didn't have to wake up as early. Like he got an extra like 30 minutes, an hour in the morning. You know what I mean? Every
Yeah.
day, me and you had to bang out like 5:30 a.m. wake ups.
yeah, because we had to
On
write our
like 3
presentations.
p.m. on a 3 p.m. You know what I mean? On a
Dude,
3
for-
a.m. sleep.
For
time.
people that didn't go to Agency Founders, like even if you did go to Agency Founders, you wouldn't know how much of a grind it is for the staff. Like shit, the content team was hustling. We were recording podcasts. Me and Eddie are like having to run the show and be on stage.
Literally.
And like corral people and like solve the back end problems of like what the fuck is going on. No one knows this is going on, but if this continues to go on, this will be a problem.
Yeah. While
You
the
know?
hotel's trying to fuck us the whole time.
Yeah, like
Oh,
fucking
God.
A. So it was just exhausting. It was a whirlwind. Like there was in the week leading up, I'm like, I think I'm gonna go to the gym in the mornings. There was not a fucking
Same,
chance
bro.
in hell.
I packed gym clothes.
Same.
I was like,
The audacity.
easy to wake up for the gym.
The audacity.
I physically couldn't breathe.
No, we just did it at night. We just came back from drinking.
Oh,
and just-
you worked out at night?
yeah, we did some chest press. Yeah.
These guys.
So
fuck
instead,
yeah.
we podcasted basically. you
Oh,
know?
yeah.
Just like today, I have to make a choice: content or the gym. Which one's actually more permanent? This workout or this piece of content? That's the decision
The
I had to
thing
make.
is,
This is actually important,
That's a
like
good
from a
question.
decision-making standpoint, right? was like, which one's more permanent? This content is more than this one workout. If it was like a week of workouts, maybe different trade-off. But this one workout, no matter what my situation is, this piece of content is so much more valuable to my life.
100%.
And it's more permanent. Like, anyways, important.
No, I agree with you on that. Because, I mean, it's not like we're podcasting every night, and we've got these guys in town, and we
By the way,
haven't
first time in
podcasted
America,
yet.
fuck's sake.
First time. Visa, everything.
We didn't even finish the story.
Oh, we didn't.
So keep going.
Sorry, we jumped around.
Where were we? So,
You guys started working together. You needed to meet about it. He had Danny doing it the whole time.
that's it. That's
And you were still working with Billy Wilson, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. And so we split
And what
up.
are you guys still teaching students how to start marketing agencies?
Oh yeah. So we had.
Did you guys actually have success stories?
in terms of like how
Students.
many? Oh yeah. Well, Jared was one of the biggest ones. Like he reached 6 figures. We had like probably 15 or 20 people within a year reaching that 6-figure mark and scaling from there.
Per year or per month?
Per year.
Oh, okay.
So that was the whole thing. It was 6-figure agency. That's the name
that's
of
all
the
you
course.
need, bro. That's all you
Exactly.
need, bro, yeah.
And it was like 2020. So it's making 8 to 10K a month was still like, wow. Like it was great, especially for someone who doesn't have any income or barely any.
No, it's a fucking great thing to do, bro.
So
People underestimate that.
oh, absolutely.
I told the guy to work with coaches today. He was asking me for advice. He was like, I make short form content from long form content. I was like, great. He's like, I do it for people who podcast. And I was like, I think that's the worst industry you can be in because they all make content, but they don't make money. Usually, right? There's a percentage that do, like athletes, right?
Yeah.
But like most of them don't. You know what I mean? And it's a sunken cost. You spend money to have a podcast.
100%.
So I was
Yeah,
like-
most of the time for sure.
And I was like, work with coaches. They're the most valuable. They're the ones that get the highest ROI out of making more content short form.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, duh. They can actually track it. They get more sales. Calls go up. Like, anyways, you get the point. And he was like, I'm not comfortable like morally working with coaches. Like as if coaching was like a bad industry. You know what I mean? So it's very interesting.
Curveball.
You know, well, I mean, it's fair though at the same time, right? It's like
A lot of people out there are like
just selling bullshit.
Bullshit.
Fake guru type
Yeah,
shit.
it's got worse, yeah.
What's going on?
It's got terribly worse.
Awfully worse.
It's going to
It's a
absolute.
disaster. Scandal.
But to be fair, like
He's just pulling them out of the book, bro.
I love it
He's
so
like,
much.
I know what these Americans are going to eat up.
It's so fun with the accents because we do accents all the time, but like your accent is so good because it's actually real.
original.
Like, Luke, you can stop talking like that now.
Okay. No, I was going to do an accent.
It doesn't sound British on Discord when we speak. Like he only sounds British in person. I swear to God, or I'm just used to him. Like it's insane.
You're used to him. You're used to him.
I think that's what it is. You think I'm American because
you are-
I've started speaking more American.
He literally sounds like this on Discord.
Yeah.
You're just a fake British. That's all.
I am technically because I'm French.
Anyways, we actually did a pretty good job. Honestly, it was not just the course. We didn't just sell the course. It was like you have a private group. I would go in every single day,
Yeah.
multiple times a day, answering all of the posts, all the questions. Then you would have live Q&As 3 times a week. And so if you were to
He's
take
like pitching me. He's like, we have 3 calls a week. On Tuesdays, we're going to be discussing sales. On Wednesday, marketing.
I mean,
It was your
But
life.
you guys did well. You guys did
Yeah.
well. Like, you guys actually tried to take care of people, right?
absolutely.
Yeah, it was a good course.
So yeah, and didn't work out with Billy. And so I spoke with him on the phone, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I want to do something on my own as well." And we were like, "Okay, do you want to partner up? Do you want to do this together?" And he said literally instantly yes. He quit his job 10 days later.
Well, I was, just to kind of give context, I was also going for a very similar situation. In you know, looking back on it now, we're both super grateful for, you know, Jared and Billy, because we wouldn't be here today.
Absolutely.
But it got difficult because we kind of,
Absolutely.
Nikola was the first person working with Billy. I was
Love
the first
that word.
person working with Jared. So it was literally from the ground up. So obviously we kind of wanted something in return for that. Didn't happen, and then it brought us to start working together, and we called our first agency Flow Media Group, Don't ask us how we got that. I think we spent about 5 minutes on that name with a generator of some sort on Google.
Yeah, I think the most important part was the actual group because we wanted to sound big. And so we just went for
That's
it.
funny because we've been talking about changing to firm,
Yeah,
and you guys were like, I think group sounds big.
we're fighting our corner.
You guys are still bringing it back.
Imagine.
That's still that's my limited company still.
Yeah.
So still trade under that name. But yeah, we started and what was it?
That I still trade under that name.
Still trade under that name.
Like,
Limited.
just like who
He's
the
on
fuck-
Wall Street.
When have you ever used the word trade in that sense?
I don't know.
Like, I still do business. Like, what's your trade? Like, have you ever asked anyone what's your
I've never
trade?
seen-
Like,
not
you know what I
often.
mean?
You know,
Like,
the UK
not
has far more
often
history,
when-
so you know we use those
Tradesmen.
words. Yeah, exactly. You know,
Yeah.
we've got that back in our.
I love it. It's so stately.
Thank you. I'm going to try and be a lord within the next couple of years.
I see. That would be
Lord
sick.
Luc Simmons.
I love it. I love the sound of it. So you're still doing business as
Still doing business. So we're as Flow Media Group, and we start offering services to the e-commerce space.
No.
No?
No.
So we've chopped and changed so many times for context. That's why.
Yeah. We actually were laser removal in a peak of
Yes.
COVID. We were
Yes.
like,
And the
let's choose a niche. So what would people pay a lot for that we can sell to local legion?
It makes
local
sense.
hair
It makes
local hair
sense.
removal.
Yeah,
makes
it's
sense. You
like
need high
laser
ticket.
and
You need high
tattoo
ticket.
removal
high
as
ticket,
well.
yeah.
Oh,
And-
tattoo removal too.
And so
Bro, I made fucking tens of millions of dollars for people through birthday parties because they're high ticket. Like, I could fucking literally target someone for birthdays, get to the top, pay 50, 60 bucks, 70, 80 bucks to acquire a customer, and they're paying fucking 500 bucks.
Easy.
Like run the tab.
for us it made sense because like one you needed it was a hair removal and tattoo removal, and so you needed like at least 5 to 10 sessions depending on the size of the tattoo to remove it, and per session was like anywhere between 250 to 400 bucks. And so if we bring in lead, like you said, like what lead was like 10, 15 bucks, they close 10 clients, they're making shitloads of money.
Yeah.
And so
Shitloads of money.
shitloads of money. And so we were like there, and we had experience before because both him and I worked in local legion as well, because with Billy we had an agency as well, and I was taking care of a lot of work on that end as well, and he was doing the fitness.
Yeah. Gyms.
So we went like, we're gonna do Allen, we're gonna build this go high level page, all of that. So, and it was difficult to start with. We didn't realize until you actually do it yourself, like without anyone's help, you don't realize how actually difficult it is to find clients, to run ads, to do sales. Like we were like 2-man show. Like we were literally doing everything.
And we picked this niche completely blankly. We just pulled up a list of possible niches and picked it. So we really had to learn everything about this niche from the get-go, which made it 10 times harder to get the language right, ask for the right things on these calls.
But we closed what, 3-4 clients in
Yeah.
the first 2 months, like of us actually starting, and we were like, okay, this is going good. But then COVID
Who would do the
news-
calls for the clients? Who did sales?
Me.
Nice.
So my background within Scope was more client relations, account managing, sales, and he was always kind of the fulfillment side, the media buying.
And from there, actually, the COVID news started to ramp up again. Like, oh, we're gonna close again, and then owners start to get scared. We jump on a sales call. Oh yeah, but we don't know what's gonna happen. We tried to negotiate and everything, but it didn't work out. And obviously, like few months in, we started to struggle for money. We didn't know what's gonna happen. So Jared again came to us, says, "Oh, I can't run this agency alone. I need some help." And we were like, okay, we're willing to do it, but we need partnership, right? So we won't come in as employees. So the only way we do it is we get a percentage of the company.
But you still end up an employee.
Sorry?
You still end up an employee.
Yeah,
Yes.
we realized that.
No, even as a partner, right? Like you're showing up to work every day.
Oh no, we had a full
You're still putting in
control.
PTO. It's an interesting concept though for people to understand outside of like,
True.
a business. Like
true.
the partner label doesn't mean you kick rocks at home.
Oh, agreed.
It means you're an employee who has equity on an exit.
So
Like if you really think about it, right?
even the CEO to an extent.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I'm saying. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Like
Yeah,
today I felt guilty sleeping in. I
Yeah.
was like, you know what? I never do this shit. Fuck it. You know what I mean? Today
It's your birthday.
I got a company
That's what I'm
to run.
saying. You know. That's what I'm saying.
Dude, when you didn't come in this morning, I was so afraid you were feeling sick. I'm like, bro, if he's in a bad mood and we do the roast, that's
gone to
not going to
waste.
be good.
Yeah. No,
Imagine you're feeling sick and you're like not.
I
Really
was
into
having
it.
a shit day, by the way.
Yeah.
It was blatantly obvious, but like when we got to the roast, I was like, you know, this is fun. Like I'm not gonna think about other shit right now. This is
Yeah.
It's worth skipping.
That's what I was
This
hoping.
is like I walked onto a stage, bro. I was
I was hoping,
The chair was there.
fucking giant ass cameras.
bro.
I just smacks the cups. I'm like, holy fuck.
That was good. That was.
Oh
I
my
thought we
God.
were gonna play the $100 challenge, and then we were gonna get into the roast. But
Oh, bro, I convinced them so hard. I told them it was going to be a $100 challenge.
Yeah.
And Nate and Skylar set up like all this random bullshit. Like we were going to do some kind of like cup thing.
Is that were you like you're not gonna figure it out? Was that you? I was like trying to figure it out. I'm like, what are they doing? And I picked up the straw. And I started like I blew in the cup. I was like, it's got to be this, but like, what's the point of the straw? Are we gonna blow through the straw? I want to put my mouth on it because like, you know what I mean?
And he was trying to figure out the $100 challenge. Meanwhile, it was literally just a nonsense,
It
like
was-
nothing.
that's so funny.
It was like a beer pong thing, a ladder golf shit.
Dude, I was like,
And it
how are they
funny 'cause
connecting these dots?
As it's funny because I was planning on kicking that shit as soon as like the like roast thing came up or whatever. But I like forgot kind of that I was gonna do it.
Yeah.
So the roast thing already came up and then I hit it and I think it was funnier that way.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
was.
whatever it was fucking hilarious.
No, but he did an amazing job as a host.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that was great.
Thank you, bro.
Oh, yeah.
It put it to the next level.
Thank you,
Like,
bro.
It was
That's what I'm
great,
saying. It
but
was the sickest thing anyone's ever done.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was like, if we're gonna do it, we gotta do it like next level so that it's like who else are we gonna do that for? We're not gonna
yeah.
we're not gonna do a roast for anybody
True.
else.
Holy,
you
they'll
know?
actually quit the next day.
You're right. Imagine we
You
did-
fat sack of shit. Like, yeah, Eddie, I think that's my last day.
Yeah, like,
I'm not even
HR?
playing 2 weeks. I'm just
On the
HR
spot.
wrote the script. You know what I mean? Hey, talk about he's fat.
Dude, it was so good. But
Yeah.
thank you, bro. I was like, I need to give this what it deserves, you know? Like if we're gonna do it, it has to be
The suit as well. You
full
plan-
suit
did you plan
on,
that?
like
Bring
the suit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what's funny is this morning. So I was thinking, I was like, every time they do roast on Comedy Central, they're always dressed up like super nice.
Yes, yeah.
So I just thought it would fit the part like really good. and also I did the 4 Media News thing kind of recently, and I like kind of played that like goofy ass like host kind of character.
That's what I knew exactly who you were when I saw the suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even need you to like. As soon as I saw you with the suit, I was like, it's showtime. And everybody welcome. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
and it was funny because I wanted a handheld microphone, so we like literally like made one with like a fucking.
I wish you took a
monopod
video
thing.
of us undoing it so that people could really see.
Fuck.
It was actually insane. When he took the tape off, I was like, "What the fuck? This is how it's made." I thought we actually found a way to screw a microphone like
Onto it or
naturally
something, yeah.
onto a tripod.
No, I
and
janked
short.
that
Wait,
shit together.
fuck.
it was taped.
Yeah, it was
Bro,
like
it wasn't even a microphone. It was the ones you clip to your shirt.
What?
that was
Yeah, yeah.
inside of the little area.
That's
To the
just a prop.
stick.
It's just a prop.
And
No,
then
it
just-
was working. There was a microphone inside of
Oh
that.
fuck!
Yeah,
Seriously.
that's why he was always going for it.
Oh, I just thought you wanted it to be in the shot.
No.
Okay, that makes sense.
It was
No, it
recording
was
audio,
real.
so it was that and my shirt.
Yeah, cool.
It looks phenomenal.
Thank you.
You
bro.
could never tell.
I can't wait to see
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
honestly.
No, it was so fun. It was really fun, man. But yeah, it was. I was nervous for a bit because like you said, you know, you're feeling guilty about sleeping in. But I was like, fuck, Eddie doesn't normally sleep in. Like this is bad. This is really
something
bad.
is wrong.
I was like, this is bad.
Red alert. Did
Yeah.
someone
And
check
T-
in on
T was
that?
like, Eddie wasn't feeling good this morning, so he slept in. And I was like,
No, I was
fuck.
feeling fine.
I know. I texted Terry. I was like, "What the fuck is Eddie gonna come in? You think he's gonna come in?" And then we got Abe to cancel the call.
Abe?
Yeah.
Oh.
Terry
Call at
called him in the
5.
car.
That's why you guys got him to cancel
The worst thing is, I felt
Yeah.
so bad because
They
we were
needed to
supposed to
have the
wake
call.
up at 6:30 this morning. My alarms are going off, and I just hear this gentle tap at my door, and it's Eddie. And so we skipped the gym this morning, which I think started the day on the wrong side of the bed, right?
a little bit. Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
But it was
desperate.
okay. I just wanted to sleep in at
Yeah.
that point. I was like,
I was thinking I
I
did.
want to
on
be a
purpose,
bum today.
you know.
But yeah, I did. I woke up on time. I was good to go. And then,
Just not feeling.
but by the
it.
way, it's a thing. Luke,
Terrible, awful.
He needs a vibrating room to wake up. So let me tell you this, bro. His alarm would go. So here's what happened. I set my alarm, and usually I'll do it a minute or two before like the even mark, because I assume at this point that Luke's alarm is going to go off at the even mark. So let's say I expect him to do 6:15. I'll do 6:13 to be awake to check if Luke's alarm is going to go off and he's going to answer it, because like you can hear it in the house or not. But like there's been a couple times where he does it, and I'm calling him on WhatsApp the whole time trying to get him to like wake up and see my text to shut it off, or are we going to the gym, you know?
Yeah.
And it happened like 5-6 times today, no answer. I'm like, I gotta go down there.
Dude.
Knock, knock.
Yeah.
Hey Luke, he's shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm like, are we just gonna skip? I was like, let's just skip.
I don't know why. Yeah. I mean, I haven't. That was the only time though. I've been up. I've been getting up earlier.
We've been good. I needed it, bro.
Yeah. It's your birthday.
Like even the first day we got back from agency founders, we drove back at night, which was pretty late. Even the next day, I was like, I'm not gonna do anything. Like Terry's dad was there, so like I definitely had to apply some sort of energy, even if it wasn't that much. And there's like shit at work I had to catch up on too, so it was like all this shit at once. But I finally caught up and rest. No more excuses. That'd be me being a pussy. Back when I was 29 or 28.
28.
I don't even know how old I am, bro. I thought I was 27 the whole year, by the way.
Ouch, that's got hurt.
Swear to God, it gets worse. I know the difference of age between me and my wife is 4 years, but for that 1 month when she turns, she's 5 years older.
Okay.
She's always 5 older.
Yeah.
And because I thought I was 27,
You thought she was 32.
I thought she was 32. So I fucking threw a fucking whole birthday cake, planned the whole thing.
32.
I put 32. She goes, babe, you know, I'm 33. I'm like, babe, I just put it so you could switch them. You can't switch to 33, but you can turn 23 if you want right now. I'll leave it up to you. You know, give you options. I guess that was my way out, bro. In my head, I'm like, bro, am I not 27? I started fucking freaking out. I was like, fuck, I'm 28. Like, I got older in that second. You know, I was like, holy fuck, I'm a year older than I thought. I'm running out of time.
Hit you like a train.
I'm like fucking 50.
How old are you guys?
I just turned 25 back in November.
25.
Yeah.
26. A few days ago. It was my birthday for 4 days. Everyone was like, happy birthday, Nick. Like 2 days before and 2 days after.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Birthday in America. That's fun.
It's been fun. Yeah. The whole experience here was great. 2 weeks is not enough, by the way.
Yeah.
If anyone...
Obviously, there's a whole fucking country, bro.
But no, even here, like even just if it's Georgia and Atlanta, it's 2 weeks is not enough.
Agreed.
Like we did fuckloads. Like we did a lot of
crazy
things.
to see. We're like, we're boring as fuck over here. Nothing to do. They're like, there's not enough shit to do. There's so many. There's too much. Not enough time.
I mean, like there are a lot of things you want to see, experience. Like everything is so
What
different.
was so cool and different for you guys? Like what stood out?
More for Nikola, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely. But for me,
Rice
it was
Krispies.
like seeing the difference between the dodgy gas station and then the
Buc-ee's.
supermarket / I don't know what that is. Like,
we call it a village back in
yeah,
Europe.
it's you enter the gas station, like gas station.
Yeah.
You fill up the gas. There's like 40 like gas pumps like just in front of it.
Way
More than 40.
You have not counted, my guy.
like 100.
I counted. It's like fucking 180, bro. It's something
What?
It's
hard
stupid.
as shit.
Well, I want to see a picture.
'Cause it goes
when they're
around
awful.
too.
Wow.
I can't believe it ever happened.
Bro, and the one you guys went to is the smallest one in the country.
That's ridiculous.
There was a small one.
Ridiculous.
And the thing is a lot of the pumps were full. Like it was like kind of
They
hard
were
to
all
find a
full.
spot.
Better than that, tell them about the salaries.
Bro,
Insane. I was
Bro.
I'm
Andrew,
gobsmacked.
we all
I was
fucking-
there.
we all fucking.
Gobsmacked. Heard that
What do you
one?
mean you were there?
Gobsmacked.
Oh,
We're
yeah, you were there.
absolutely
You were-
gobsmacked.
Oh yeah, Andrew was with me. Who am I kidding?
You know,
You're the one I showed.
we used to say gobsmacked in our ads.
Really?
You
oh,
never,
of course. Yeah.
You remember that when
he was English?
We'll make you content so good you'll be absolutely gobsmacked.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Full time, 35 to 50 hours, no experience necessary. Assistant general manager, 100K plus. Car wash manager, 125K plus. Food service manager, 175K plus. General manager, 225K plus.
Insane.
General manager of a gas station.
Insane.
In
$225K.
nowhere, bro. It's fucking like 40 miles from the nearest civilization.
Why are we running a marketing agency?
We
What
should
the
all
fuck?
go
We
work
should-
at Buc-ee's.
Let's just compete with them, bro. They must be making retarded money off of this to these guys.
Ooh.
We go open a different
What are
one.
we gonna call it?
Suckies.
You're off the decision making in this process. I don't think Andrew's
I get
opinion
it.
matters anymore. For the rest of this
They're
podcast.
like, that place is pretty sucky. And you're like, yeah, that's a name.
It's absolutely insane. Like we go in, like you have a hunting equipment at a gas station. You have a big truck standing there with shitloads of things on it. Like then you have literally like 10 people going in a circle yelling whoop whoop for a food, and you have millions of different burgers. Like, and then it's another place for like a store. Like, and then in the back is a bathroom that's size of like 3 times as big as my apartment. Just a bathroom.
Just a toilet.
Just a toilet.
It's funny because that bathroom, when I went in there, I was like, oh, it's not as big as the normal Buc-ee's ones. Dude,
Same, I
there's
thought how
literally
small it
normally,
was.
there's one of that whole room has only the urinals, and then there's a whole nother one of those for the
Shocking.
stalls.
I swear.
Come on.
I swear.
That's
I have a
ridiculous.
video.
For who?
It's like a room
It's
full
like 80.
of urinals.
It's like 80, bro. It's like
stupid.
What do they expect everyone to shit themselves when they're on the trip?
I think they want to be the one stop you make.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And they are for
And
me.
they are.
It's like a day trip.
They are
It's
for me.
literally like dude. There was little. Remember, we were walking out and those little kids went, Buc-ee's, Buc-ee's.
What do you
No. Who was I with?
with me, bro? There's fucking kids who were
yeah.
in costumes.
You're driving with Eddie.
Look at these
I was
fucking
with you, and who drove back with us?
Eric.
Oh yeah,
Bro,
Eric.
please put this on the video on the podcast. Like,
Oh, you went on the way back as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, we
What?
missed it.
there's a fucking family of kids in Buc-ee's
They were
costume.
wearing Buc-ee's costume.
Like,
Want to go to
full
Disneyland?
on.
Fuck that. Let's go to Buc-ee's.
Dude, literally,
that's
it's
what
like
it's like.
redneck Disneyland, bro.
Redneck Disney.
Bro, it's nuts. It's literally there was little kids going, Buc-ee's. I swear, I'm like, holy shit. This is like kids being like, Mickey. Oh my god.
What else? What else is cool about America? Then I want to jump into how we start working together.
All right. I'd say for me, roads. The size of roads here. You don't have to worry about knocking your mirror off when you pass another car. So that,
Which is like more logical, honestly.
100%. We just don't have enough
Like, why are they
space
so fucking
in the back
thin?
of the UK.
It's-
Luke's
'cause
also
they're-
getting the full road experience.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
These
I'm
are like the
getting
newest roads that are like
360s.
these roads are like built when like Suburbans were around, like big cars and shit. So
Yeah.
they're like, oh, we realize that cars are just getting fucking big.
Yeah, I mean, especially where I live in the UK, you're lucky. Like, it's usually a one-car road, and you have to literally pull into a ditch to get past the other, and it ruins your car.
Yeah.
Ruins it.
Ouch, bro. You live in fucking nowhere.
Literally nowhere.
He lives in the countryside.
I live in the countryside, but the beautiful thing about England is that literally 10 minutes I'm in wherever I need to be. And then it's all connected by trains as well. So you want to go drinking somewhere, get a train, come back, happy days.
Happy days.
Happy fucking days.
You know?
No, for me, actually, jokes aside, like one of the like biggest things was like how many things are available to you guys here. And I don't think Americans really understand who live their life in America the whole time. Like Amazon, no matter how funny that sounds, like in Serbia, we don't have Amazon. Or wanting to order something online, like 50-60% of stores online do not ship to Serbia. So you have to go through this dodgy process of sending it to UK or somewhere if you have a family in Europe, and then they send it forwarded to you. So it's just being able to like take your phone and you want to do something, bang, 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 done. You finish the whole thing. And for us in Serbia, that's not as easy. As
Sometimes
here.
not possible.
Yeah.
Sometimes impossible. Yeah. So
You know how it works if you buy anything offline in Serbia? Online. When the postman delivers the package, that's when you pay for the product. So you don't pay for the product online.
oh yeah, like we use
What?
we use cards. We use cards, but cash is still heavily used.
Yeah,
in
Lebanon's
Serbia.
the same.
Like 60-70% is cash, and then 30%. And it's been worse. Like it's been better for the past few years. Before that, like credit cards.
But that makes sense.
You cannot even do it in a store.
There's a lot of countries like that, bro.
One last thing I'll say is
But
tap
still.
pay. Not having tap pay everywhere in the UK. It's how I live in the UK. It's
You
my
mean
phone's
US?
not-
Yeah,
What do you mean?
in
We
the-
have
sorry, in
tap.
the
You know
US.
we have tap pay.
No, but
everywhere.
UK, it's like it's everything. And the other thing about it is here you still have to type in like there. It's like you don't have to type in your PIN if it's less than £25 or something like that.
It's contactless. Like,
So it's just contactless, and you just do it, and you're done. Like you don't have to sign shit. You
That's
never
how
have
we
to
are,
do
it's
bro.
actually 50 now.
It
What are you
is,
talking
but
about,
it
bro? I've
isn't.
never signed a single thing, and I tap pay everything.
You sign for
Funny-
everything here.
Funny enough,
There's a lot of.
I don't
weird
even
shit.
use my wallet anymore. I just carry my phone around, and I expect to pay with my phone.
I managed to get my card working today in US. For some reason, dodgy Serbian cards don't work or didn't work until like yesterday.
Yeah.
And so today, usually in Serbia, we also have like $30 limit, and then you tap it and you pay for it. But today I paid like $400, nothing, no PIN, nothing. I just put my phone on
See?
it, charge. Like it's so easy. Like you guys can just steal cards here and just start spending someone's money.
Yeah,
and there's
yeah,
no
yeah.
limitations to it. It's insane.
Yeah,
And the credit card
but there
companies will
are.
be like, "Oh, sorry that happened," and they'll cover it.
Here's the thing.
oh yeah, do you know that? Like,
It's fucking crazy.
What?
If someone steals your cards and starts spending,
if someone
and you-
steals your card, spends like $3,000 on it, buying TVs and shit, you just tell them my card got stolen. Here's where it got stolen,
and they
then
just give you the money back.
Why doesn't everyone just swap credit cards for the day?
They do. Like that's like a scam that people do.
Really?
Yeah?
Yeah, like someone will be like,
It's like, why do people steal like this?
they'll be like, "Hey, let me steal your credit card. I'll pay you this much money, and I'll go buy that much amount of stuff."
Wow.
It's like a shitty way to do scamming, but like,
No wonder you guys print so much money.
fuck.
No, there is not even a chargeback in Serbia. So if you go pay someone and he fucks you over, you cannot charge that back. It's literally gone. Like that's it.
That's interesting.
I mean,
That type of thing makes me, I'm always the Bitcoin guy, but I'm like, that makes me feel like Bitcoin is like so important because like that just bypasses so much shit.
is
know?
it like on Bitcoin? You pay someone a Bitcoin, you're never gonna see that money back.
Yeah, but I mean, like being able to have the access to do things. Like the banks aren't touching your shit. You know what I mean? Like if you wanted to buy something with Bitcoin, you can just send the Bitcoin and what?
True.
You know?
Is Bitcoin being used heavily? Not just Bitcoin, but crypto in US to pay for stuff, or not yet?
Not like widely. No. And I think that's why. It's like we don't need to. It's like still
enough.
everyone's thinking in dollars, operating in dollars, earning dollars. So like why? But if you're like you were saying earlier, you weren't even able to get payments to Serbia.
It's a storage of value, not a use of transaction in a way.
but it's like
imagine
but
you
it's
could
independent
just
of a government, I guess.
Move
It's like
50K without talking to anyone. You know what I mean? Like
otherwise you'd have to go through a third party kind of thing. Whereas like with this, it's like it's your shit. Like,
Fair enough.
But anyways.
Well, should we talk about us
Yeah.
or media?
So you
merger.
guys were working together still, and I guess pick up where you guys.
We'll just
left off.
speed that bit up. But yeah, we started working back with Jared again. We started off with the e-com side of things. We then ended up also taking over the fitness side of things as well. That didn't work out.
Fitness, like local
Exactly.
fitness.
Gyms, karate studios, everything like that. And then we ended up going back to the e-com and putting all of our eggs in one basket. And we were running an offer, a 2x guarantee. It was the thing back then when Facebook ads could work. But it gave us a lot of trouble with unqualified clients, and we would accept anyone.
Anyone.
You
Like,
name it.
We didn't know
Think of the
for
worst
no.
client that you've ever come across. Double it. You're getting close.
they're getting close.
Shocking.
Do you have any crazy stories?
I don't think we should talk about that.
I'm thinking about the same way.
I don't think it's gonna be good. Like it's
What's a good one that you can tell?
Okay.
Why not just say it without names?
Just without names, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, you don't have to say the names.
So, it was this client. We'd been working with her for 3 months.
her.
Him, them, for 3 months, and our agreement is 3 months. If we don't get your 2x within the 3 month period, full refund plus $1,000. So we got to the 3 month period, and we jumped on. It was me, Nikola, it was our account manager at the time, and it was a husband and wife situation. So obviously the conversation starts off as yeah, look, we didn't hit the. We really appreciate you guys. It didn't work out. We're expecting a refund. But as all agreements tended to have, still do, we had a lot of terms that they would have to meet in order to be able to justify the refund.
I'm sorry, just one thing. Yes, it did have an agreement, but the thing was, we were very close, like to that 2x ROAS. And
You were like 1.9 or like
1.9, 1.5, like it was literally there, right? And so
they didn't like lose money, but they just didn't hit as good as they wanted to.
exactly, right? So, and we were like, okay, to say sorry or like to continue working with them. We're like, okay, we're gonna give you a free month. We're gonna do a completely free month because we were so close. We know we can scale this, we can grow this, but no, they.
Yeah, they weren't. That's it. They came on for refund, which reflecting, I can appreciate. It makes sense. But anyway, we were.
It's funny when you look back at situations from a more neutral standpoint where it doesn't affect your current situation.
Agreed.
You look at it as different.
I agree. I mean, it was. It was. I
think that's what good communication is. By the way, at a core level, it's understanding the other side of the conversation as well as possible.
Yeah, I like that. So we jumped on the call. Things weren't going well, but we had got into that call with, there was only one way that this was going to go forward. There was no way we could give the refund back. And so, results, we start to talk about certain things. We start to talk about how, we were so close, all of the work we've been putting in, everything.
This is after the free month?
It's after the free month.
Did you hit the 2?
Well, they didn't accept the free month. So we were discussing whether they would want to move forward. That was our best offer. We'll give you a free month, or we'll give you, as long as it takes effectively to get to that 2x.
Yeah.
They didn't like that at all. And
honestly, we were putting in the work. I no matter what, it's a bad client, whatever it is, we were putting in the work.
The client wasn't making money prior to work.
Yeah, we were expanding the team. We had 25 people working with us. And so every single client we treated as they were paying us 20, 30K. No matter how much they paid us, we treat them all the same. And we were working on all of them. So what pissed us most is that we almost hit the goal. We're almost there. Like 3 months, you just started. So it takes time, but you're not in a terrible position. And we are offering our help. Okay, please stay with us. 3 months, we're going to get you up and running. We're going to go over that 2x 100%. We're going in a good direction, but it was just, in my opinion, one of those clients who were like, oh no, we tried this, give us our money back and we're going to go, right? We're going to make more money on top of like.
I gotcha.
And so obviously my nature being Serbian, and this is absolutely not the way you should do with clients no matter what.
Looks like falling.
Yeah, I was starting to lose my shit. And not in a disrespectful way.
Good cop, bad cop went to another level. I was still at good cop. I don't know what he was.
Good cop, evil cop.
Yeah, something like that.
Sadistic cop.
And I was just like, listen this, listen that. I don't understand. Like, you have to understand us as well. Like, we're putting in the work, all of that stuff. And they were like, no, we don't care. Like, this is what was promised to us. And
which is also true.
What?
It was promised to them that they would get their money back.
Agree. But here's the kick, right? So we tell them, okay, we're gonna jump off this call. Obviously, Jared, being the owner of the company, would need to speak with you in order to get your refund, and let's book a call for the next week again to talk, right? And we do so. Me being so pissed at this, like, oh, how are we not that 0.3 ROAS above? Like, it's literally that much. So I go in and select all the campaigns, select the period, and funny enough, it was 2.01. Our team didn't calculate properly.
Yeah. Can you imagine that?
And we were like, look, please, just double check this. I'm not sure if I'm seeing right. Maybe I'm just pissed and I'm looking at the wrong numbers and all this stuff. Please double check. He double checks. It's correct.
So now we're just thinking, oh my God. We've
You
got to jump
created
back.
your own problem.
Yeah, we now have to jump back on talk about results being different. Can you imagine? It just comes across as it's been fabricated, and we checked it 10 times. You know, we had other people on
Beforehand?
the team after in this interim between first.
Yeah,
call
now
and
that they've
second call.
realized.
Yeah. So obviously, that was a worrisome moment.
Yeah, you're like, I know you're coming on here to cancel because we didn't hit our target, but what if I told you we did hit our target?
Exactly.
By 0.01.
They think they're getting their money back at this point. It's So yeah, carry on where we were.
Yeah, so we involve Jared. Obviously, we tell him like, hey man, this is the situation. This is what's happening. And these are the actual numbers. And he was like, oh, easy. And honestly, props to him. Like, he handled that one perfectly. We jump on a call. Jared is all serious. Like, hey, how you doing? Okay, perfect. Small chat. And then they were like,
Were you guys on the call too?
oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Besides me. I was in the background. They didn't want to invite me to the call.
They knew you would.
Oh, yeah.
Would ruin it.
Really quickly on the first call. So she was selling a certain type of product.
You can't.
No.
Okay.
She was selling a certain type of product, and it was very obvious what it was. In the heat of the moment, Nicholas called it something completely opposite.
Not opposite, but like different.
Different. I mean, it's in the name. So
I mean, it's a language barrier. Like, let's
It's
be
like
honest,
basketball shoes versus climbing
I know, but
shoes.
it's imagine a cliff. The client was
You
right
understand
there,
me.
and he's just shoved her right.
Do you know the
He
client?
sparring kicked her.
Oof.
Yeah, I
Do you know the
exactly.
client?
I know.
Oh my god! I
Yeah.
want to know after.
Absolutely.
Okay. Keep going.
And Jared jumps on. Okay, so guys told me you're concerned. Can you just tell me to confirm what's the situation and stuff? Okay, we want our money back. Like, what's going on? And Jared, like, that's serious. Okay, can you please share your screen? And they share the screen. Okay, can you please go to your ad account? Please select campaigns, and then you know how you need to like select the campaigns in order to show the.
Yeah.
They do that. It shows up 2.01. That's silent. No words. They mute themselves. 10, 15 minutes. Gone.
10, 15
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah.
Gone. They're just like talking somewhere else. Like we're on a
What?
call.
Yeah, we're trying to
Were
waiting.
they on camera?
No,
they
the
turned
cameras
camera
were
off.
off. Yeah.
They didn't say anything. They
No,
muted
just
it.
mute. That gone.
No way,
Yeah,
bro! I can't imagine doing that.
we got so
So you
close to ending
see
the
something
call.
and you just go.
Yeah, literally.
So, anyways, keep going.
Yeah, and so we were like, okay.
Fucking wild.
So her husband comes back, unmutes the mic, and says, "All right, guys. Honestly, it's our mistake. We're so sorry. Like, fair enough. You got 2." And then she was so upset that she had to jump in. It's like, yeah, but you didn't spend as much money as we wanted. You didn't scale the budget. Like, you guys don't even know what I sell. Like, it was a whole thing. Ended up being probably one of the worst situations we had with a client.
Yeah, it didn't end well.
It didn't went well at all. I
So-
think she still holds the grudge against us to this day.
100%.
I have
100%.
100%.
proof.
But in a way, it ended funny.
It did.
Oh, yeah.
It did. And
The end, the
For us, at
second
least.
chapter, it ended kind of funny.
it did. And like we said, looking back on it now, you know, we would never be in that position. We hated that guarantee. It was the bane of everything.
What made you do it? You just knew you needed an enticing offer that was so good.
At that time, you know, our whole direction with the company was volume, one way or another, except anyone. And it was churn wasn't a problem. It was let's get as many people in the door. We'll deal with it later. And as long as we sell more than we churn, happy days. And that was the whole direction.
And you had,
days,
you had,
We
you
were
had 25.
happy
You had
days.
25 people.
we were spending
25, yeah.
we were spending 30 to 40K a month on ad spend
Yeah.
to acquire clients.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
just blasting.
A lot.
We just get more clients in.
So-
Get
so-
more clients in. 4 salespeople.
In what countries are these people mainly? Because you got Jared in America, you're in the UK, you're in
That's
Serbia.
crazy. That's still crazy. Like, what a machine.
Insane. It was just sales. Just sell. We're gonna deal with the fulfillment later. And
Luke, you were doing the sales?
that was
No, so at that point, I was basically managing the team, mostly on the client relations.
like fulfillment side or
Exactly.
client? Okay.
So-
Christian's role, kind of, right?
Exactly. Yeah,
Nice.
exactly.
And so
You'd butter them up with that accent.
Yeah. Like this guy's fucking genius.
Sandy,
I always used to play that card.
let me tell you your
you
weekly
recognise?
numbers.
You noticed something was different? Get out of it. It
amazing.
didn't work so well with the blokes, I can tell you that. With the blokes.
But to answer your question, actually, a lot of them were from Serbia, but then we also had a lot of people in Canada and US.
5 or 7, yeah.
Yeah, so we acquired,
Not 6 though.
I would not say acquired an agency, but when we were Scope, we had this deal where we would, the guy was closing his e-com agency. He had like 10, 15 clients. And so we made a deal. We're going to take all of your clients. We're going to fulfill everything, do everything. We're just going to pay you 30% of whatever we make off of those clients. And so with that acquisition, let's call it, we also acquired team members from him because he had a few people. They were pretty good. They were doing a great job. The guy was just not interested in running agency.
Yeah.
And so we just took them on, and our payroll was around 40 to 50K a month.
Yeah, it was
at that
at least
point.
50, yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
But we were ready for growth.
50K a month is a lot.
It is.
Bearing in mind, we were doing just above 100K. So we're
Plus
spending
40K in ad
plus
spend.
40K in ad spend, exactly. So it was every month was
Month by month.
had to get the sales in.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was stressful.
Oh, huge.
Oh. And the sad thing
So
is,
you guys get it when I was talking about that shit in my speech? You guys got it.
100%. 100%.
Right here. Yeah.
That's stress.
You know?
It had to have hit some people in the crowd like, damn.
100%. I think a lot of people in this space have,
Dude, your speech at Agency Founders was really good.
unbelievable.
Yeah? Really?
Amazing.
It was really solid.
Kept people
That,
engaged.
coming
for
from you, that's big because you've seen
It was a good one.
192 slides to keep people engaged right before lunch. Everyone's getting ready to go and eat, and you kept them
in an hour.
in an hour.
In an hour.
Yeah.
In an hour.
It was solid.
Hour 15 maybe.
Eddie's gotten really good at speaking. I think you put in a lot of the reps, but this was like your Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Was it? Yeah.
It was your Super Bowl because it was your event and it was agency owners, which you're just really good at speaking to. Like, like you could talk at a lot of different conferences, but like this is your people. My people.
My people.
But also it's his main number one skill in my opinion. Like you
What,
are
speaking?
not just speaking, like that topic, like about sales, about closing. I think like you're a great leader. You're running the whole team. That's perfect. But I think you're number one, and what I think you are 10 miles away from anyone that I ever met is sales.
Thanks, bro.
Like it's insane. Like how you can, and we're gonna chat about this in a second about our acquisition as well. But the way you talk, it just makes people feel very stupid.
It's a logical
to say no.
approach.
Like it's
You bring them to the edge of the cliff and you've given them so much logic that they're like, I can't go any farther.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, like, yes, here is 50K.
what am I gonna do? Jump off this cliff or just agree to, do the other thing? Like,
So
yeah.
I was going to say, before we move on, we've got one other crazy story with a previous client that I really want to share. It's going to be a short one. But
Okay, sure.
So at this point, we'd been working with this client for a while, and she had so much potential. It was actually a drop shipping client. She just added her logo to it, selling lasers, laser hair removal to the Black African community. That was the angle. That's what made it so appealing. It really, got behind the community. And
you can find, sorry to cut you off. You can find that same laser on Amazon 10 times cheaper on like 5 different.
It was like an at-home thing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Just a handheld device that you charge. Yeah.
But
that's crazy.
The lady did an amazing job. She made a community. Blow away. Like it was insane. It was great.
Her product wasn't anything special, but she created a community which led the whole thing.
AliExpress product. It's literally, but she just positioned it to the community and made it blow away. Like it was crazy.
Yeah. And so she was a client of ours, but we thought we could take this further, and she needed help. She was very busy. She was a scientist of some sort and then also working on this. And so we were like, well, potentially we could do some sort of profit share agreement and actually become partners, shareholders within the company as well. And so she accepted and actually was super grateful for it. We had our whole team working on it. And things were going well. We were just about to buy a whole load of stock. And so she had this product from AliExpress, but she was actually working on a complete, right from scratch, building her own type of laser that was going to be much more powerful. It was going through all the FDA regulations. So she was pumping a lot of money into it. And so we're waiting for all this stock, and we used to meet every single Friday. I still got the calendar invite on my fucking phone, and I leave it there just to remind me. And so things were going super well. She was probably doing about 50.
What was the calendar invite?
It was literally that meeting every Friday with her.
Oh,
and I've still got it every Friday. Bing, it comes up, and I'm like, damn.
Those were the days.
Yeah, they were the days. And so she was doing about 50K, and her profit margins are great.
But 50K, if you were to look at that website,
Unbelievable.
you would be scared to open that
I know who
website
it
on
is.
your
I know
browser.
who it is.
Yeah. And anyway, long story short, she stopped showing up for these Friday meetings.
Out of the blue.
Out of the blue. No messages, nothing. She used to respond to us every single day. We used to go backwards and forth. She was never late for a meeting. Didn't hear from her. Second week goes by. Still haven't heard. Third week goes by. Still haven't heard. By the way, in the meantime, we're building her website from scratch. So it's ready to be seen. She was so excited for it. Gone. Fourth week goes by. Gone. We're like, okay, this is serious. Like, something's happened. So we start doing basically investigation. We're like looking through her socials. We're trying to find where she is. She just got married about 3 months earlier. We thought maybe, she's gone on a honeymoon and forgot to tell us, and she's maybe enjoying it and doesn't want to get distracted with work. Then it goes, another 2 weeks or so go by, and we're like, right, this is serious. I think the only way we can get through to her, because we'd contacted her friends on Instagram, family members, everyone.
Crazy.
Everyone.
Isn't it cool though that we live in a world where you could do that?
Unbelievable.
From across the fucking world.
Yeah.
Like you could get on your phone and in like minutes talk to someone's direct closest friends.
Exactly. Literally.
Like fucking insane, bro.
So many of them as
Like
well.
you remember you had to fucking remember a phone number? You could just remember a username right now and call someone from a different device. Like you just remember their name. Like go type in Eddie Maalouf and reach that person. It's pretty fucking crazy to think about.
Not just that. You can literally check if they died or not. Like we were going through death certificates online, like going through the website. Did she die? Because it was like gone, like nothing, no posts any longer. She's not. I mean, like you would expect someone to die to be like,
oh
Yeah.
It was great. It was kind of honestly scary because she was a great, lovely lady. And anyway, we sent a letter to her house.
So you talked to her family, and they were like, "We don't know either."
No one was responding. And we tried everything. But anyway, we sent a letter to her house, and we made sure it was signed for, so we'd know if someone picked it up. Right? Someone picked it up. Still didn't hear anything.
Fucking investigators, right?
Still didn't hear anything.
Made sure it was signed for. Listen to that shit, bro.
We genuinely started then to think about if we knew anyone in the area to go knock on this door, but we didn't get any luck. And so
Did she owe you money?
Oh yeah.
oh
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
And we signed an agreement, 2-year-long agreement, profit share. So we were going all in. We were investing our own money to build this brand because we saw the potential. Like with what she had, she was doing 50K. With what we could have done, that would easily be
500K, bro. I saw that. I know
Like
exactly
this.
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You guys tried to bring me in on this.
Yeah. Did we?
Yep. I know exactly the brand, exactly the lady.
I think he might have been second option at the time.
It's okay.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
I just did.
Yeah, fine.
I come off the bench and I win, bro.
True. That's why she disappeared.
What I tell Nikola, you make $50 because of me. Say thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, you
So
won
I
that?
I won
course
that.
I-
I won
Yeah, I was
that.
going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I put
put
my
a-
trust in you.
Great. I mean, great bet. The great horse to bet on.
I mean,
25 yards out pistol.
yeah. I mean,
17
Andy was just
shots.
stupid though. Like if
He
had
said there's
seen
no way I'm putting it in the forehead. I put 7.
slat.
Oh,
bang.
you guys went and shot guns. I forgot.
But you don't understand. There was a red dot scope on this pistol,
Broken.
and I knew
Dodgy.
I could tell it was broken because I was shooting and I was not hitting. And so from 25 yards out, think about how far that is. I had to shoot and try to see where my bullet was hitting. I don't think you understand. Like
No, yeah.
25 yards is far as fuck for no scope. I'm trying to see where my bullets are hitting to measure how high, right, left, up, down I need to shoot to hit it in the forehead. And like I didn't know it was broken until like we started shooting. So bet on, shoot. Okay, we're off. like something's wrong. So
Yeah.
Nikola has $50 betting on it. And the 7th bullet, I got to the 6th one and I was like, all right, I know where it is. This is the one. And I called it. You remember that?
Yeah.
I called it. I said, this is the one. I put it, boom, poof, right in the forehead, bro, all the way down. Nikola,
Bang in the middle.
bro, dead center in the forehead. He's like, that's not the forehead. I was like, I sent it back and just put like the whole clip in the forehead, bro. It was fucking awesome. It was a badass moment. It was a badass moment.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was funny.
That's
Because I was like, bet that $50. Nikola.
Afterwards, he wanted double or nothing. And it was, are you sure?
That's funny.
So, and then to finish off that story, we gave up. We gave up.
But this is like 3-4 months in. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
We were like on the job to find
So what happened
the
at that
answer.
store? Is it operating still? Is it the same store?
She popped out of the blue. She posted on TikTok.
When?
Not so long ago, maybe 3 months ago.
February? No. Oh, no, actually, you're right.
It wasn't long ago.
She just posted from her honeymoon.
It'd been like a
video
year. It'd been
on
over
her
a year.
personal profile.
Dude, they're still investigating.
Still.
Wow.
They haven't slept since.
I sent her a message when I saw that TikTok video. I was like, hey, you back? No response.
Funny enough, so there were no ads, nothing, no activities on socials from her.
So the business, what happened?
Sales were still happening, like organic, not anything crazy, but people were still buying that product. Obviously, refunding after 3 months of no one fulfilling.
Oh, but they weren't even.
She didn't even close the store. Everything was operating.
None of them were being fulfilled.
It's still live today.
Whoa.
Insane.
Did you guys try to buy one to see if it would come?
No.
No, we have access to the backend of Shopify.
Yeah.
You can go in and you see orders unfulfilled, all of them.
And she's using ShipStation, so we can literally see everything's negative.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
So she just abandoned that whole ship.
That
She's making 50K a month like that. Go
and
on.
we had 40% profit.
What do you think it
margin share.
was? Speculation. What do you think?
I think it maybe just got too much for her. That product that she was developing was costing her a hell of a lot of money. And so I think
She ran out of money.
ran out of money. I think that's what it was. And maybe it was embarrassment. Maybe she didn't want to.
Could she not just keep fulfilling the old product?
But it's so dumb because that product, I swear to God, it's the only product on the market that exists for that. It was like for African American hair removal at home, full on laser.
She's got a proven audience to sell
like
it to.
FDA approved. She was doing testing, all of that stuff. It was amazing. We were like, okay, we didn't have 40% on that product, but we were working her out to get at least some kind of percentage on that when we launch. And then she just went gone. Nothing.
Fuck.
That's silent. We thought she's dead. Like for a while, like she's like, oh, fuck, she's died. Like, I mean, like it doesn't make sense. You're making good money, and she actually had a great profit margin. She was like buying that product for like $30 a piece, and she was selling it for $160 to $200 depending on which laser you want to get. Plus bundles. On bundles, she was making even more money. So it was great profit margins. We were hitting like 3-4x ROAS on Facebook with a shitty website. We were just about to launch a new website. She sent her stuff to Serbia. We did a professional shooting. She didn't have a professional photos. Nothing. And she was still doing amazing. And so we were like, okay, let's use this opportunity. We can invest as a company in services, in all of this stuff, and just blow this up.
Yeah, we've done that a lot too.
Yeah, exactly. And so
Doesn't work out.
Doesn't work out.
sadly.
There's so much potential as well. Like that's why we jump into these brands, you know.
Yeah.
Like we see them every single day, and
Yep.
the ones that you think, well,
Yeah.
I'd like to get involved.
Yeah, for sure. So was this around the time when you guys like heard about 4Media, or like when did you even hear about 4Media?
Through Eddie, through Joel's course.
How did you guys follow Eddie?
No. I remember it. I was skiing. I was in Serbia skiing, and Jared reached out to both of us, and I was the only one who could jump on a call, I believe. And then at the time, you guys were doing email marketing. And so you asked us, oh, guys, so here's the deal. Everything you sell above to your clients, you take it. You just pay us this for white labeling. And we were like, yeah, this is great. We jump off the call. We didn't know who he is, anything. Jared just said, hey, speak with this guy. we later found out that Eddie was bowling. We was like making shitloads of money. We were like, oh fuck, this is a great connection to have. Like me and Luc are speaking on the phone, like, oh, this is sick, man. Like we're getting into space. Like this is insane.
Eddie was balling.
Yes, we were super happy. Like just to have.
And you guys were like 23,
we didn't even have an
22?
office. We didn't even have an office at the time.
Crazy.
Just idea around you, the way you guys were presenting, we thought you guys were massive. Like we were like, oh fuck, we have this great now connection with this huge agency that will help us with anything we need. Like as long as we send clients, they're gonna be happy and they're gonna help us.
It's true though.
It is honestly.
That's how it happened in a way, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
A year later, I believe it was a year, right?
But like, here's the thing. I knew what their agency problem was. It was fulfillment. And it was churn, and they were really good at sales. So I'm like, okay, sell some shit that I could make sure it doesn't churn for all of us. This is all I need. Everything above, you guys take it. Like,
Yeah. And we're spending the ad spend on it as well.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. It was a great deal for everyone, to be fair.
Yeah, it was.
100%. But the nature of our clients, they were terrible. So we couldn't send too many clients.
If we didn't say that already, shocking.
So,
Facts. But they still didn't
That's your
churn on email.
niche, baby.
They might as well been
That's how
local,
good
we're still
email
running
was.
e-com.
That's how good email was. They still didn't churn that much on email.
fun enough, we thought email is like shit. Like who the fuck uses email? Like
Yahoo, MSN.
Like what? You just send emails, you make money? Like that doesn't make sense. Like right? So, but we didn't want to touch it. Like that's not the revenue we want to go
It's
for.
funny because people don't even realize it.
Oh no, it's a massive
when you hear an e-com brand and they're like, yeah, we're not really doing any email marketing.
I joke up.
It's like, holy, do you know how much money you're leaving on the table, bro?
Yeah.
We had a situation literally not even a week ago. A client of ours, big one, we just scaled, Valari. And they...
Shout out.
Yeah,
Shout
shout
out
out.
Valari.
Great clients, amazing to work with them. And so we told them we were doing email, but we didn't do much on SMS or at all. I believe we didn't do anything, right? So we send them a message saying, hey guys, we need you to get on this app. We want to get SMS rolling because we want to get that revenue as well. And the client just sent us, oh, does SMS still work? Like, does it still generate revenue? We're like, of course it does, because we have clients who are literally doing more percentage on SMS than they're doing on email.
Yeah, for sure.
Insane. Like we have clients, both email and SMS, doing 54% revenue, total revenue, just from those two channels. And it doesn't cost you anything to do them. So it's a pure profit.
It costs money, just not
money to
SMS,
send.
you pay percent.
Yeah, SMS you pay a little bit, but it's like it's a negligible amount compared to how much
Ad
you're getting in
spend.
return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you're to
Makes
look
sense.
at the ad spend, it's
No,
it's barely
obviously
nothing.
I'm just saying, just
Oh, yeah.
clarifying for people who maybe
Of
don't
course.
fully understand it. There's
So you still
definitely
gotta
no
have
free.
designers and people who run it and shit like that. If you're
But even
trying to do
SMS,
internal.
there's a cost of like servers
Yeah.
to send
to
that
send
much.
the
Or even Klaviyo. Klaviyo is pretty expensive when you
Yeah.
first start out, depending on the list size. So.
Yeah.
But if you're not doing that, do it. SMS, email, amazing. Anyways,
So
Go to-
this was
go to
when. This
Scope.
was when.
Go to Scope. They have a good white label.
So-
This is like end of
it was beginning of the year
beginning of 2020.
or
Eddie was skinny.
2021.
Eddie was skinny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, shots fired. But
And he was poor too.
one thing that we did also very good at Scope
Always
was
regrowing.
Well
Yo,
said,
the
sir.
fact that you connected it to two core values.
Yeah, that was impressive.
You're like our core value. I was like, oh, he's bringing this.
Here
up.
he comes.
It was fucking gold, bro. It was actually fucking 10 out of 10.
Thank you, bro.
Mad respect.
Thank you. I wrote that last night in like 30 minutes. I was like racking my brain. I was like, fuck, what do I say? I gotta make it good. I'm hosting
It was
this
good.
shit.
It was good.
dedication
Thank you, bro.
for the
Thank you.
content. But yeah, one thing that we did very good, and I think that's actually what put us in a good position with you, was coaching. So you guys were just about to launch coaching program, and we already had it. And obviously you had slightly bigger team or better structured team at that point than us. But we had all the Monday.com figured out, or the most
For
of it.
coaching, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, we copied your boards and shit.
and so you
We
jumped
had a
on
COO at the time too, and he
Yeah.
left. Unfortunate. I think he was really good, and he left, and then he told us that he regretted leaving. Wish he just made a better choice. I think operationally we'd be pretty far. If we had one single COO from that time who had previous experience in ops, could have been crazy.
I mean, we always do better. So
You live and learn.
you
Live and learn.
you adapt.
And learn.
Wise words.
Thank you.
But yeah, we helped out with that, and you guys were more than happy to then help us with everything else. He made us a sick deal on brand new course that they were launching. I know I was following up
he
with
sold
Eddie,
us.
like, hey man, like, is that course gonna be released? You had the old one, but we wanted the new one, the good stuff. And so we were like, okay, when it's gonna be out? When it's gonna be out? And we got a special deal because we were helping. We got a whole of our team on scope, like literally the whole team, just going through the course, learning that stuff, and
On the coaching calls.
on the coaching
Yeah, we
calls,
took up
like-
every space more or less.
Yeah.
It was actually sick. It was actually sick because I was a coach at the time, and it was so fun because I would just get on these calls, and every week it was these just crazy like Serbian guys and shit, and like
But here's the important part though. This is the important part. And this is what I don't know if you guys I don't know if you saw the post. I posted a photo of me and a guy. His name is Justin Prince. He was in network marketing.
Yeah.
Huge guy, done billions in sales. My concept was like, back then I wasn't just working in his company as an employee or a team member. I was like showing up every day 110%. It was clear, and I was always getting my shit done. And that was the reputation I had. And to be fair, your team were the best students.
Yeah.
They were asking the
For
best
sure.
questions. They were bringing sick as fuck ad account structures to us. And we were having entertaining conversations. And when people get off coaching calls, a common theme I'd hear from the coaches is, yo, this guy was really sick, or this guy, and all of them were on your team. So
Amazing.
if you guys were just
For
in
sure.
the program, I don't think it would have been as important
Oh, no,
as like,
definitely not.
when I brought up you guys, everyone, like from a talent perspective, people on our team were like, oh yeah, I want him, and I want her, and I want him. And oh my gosh, you mean this guy's going to be on our team? Heck yeah. Oh, this guy's going to be on our team? Fuck yeah, bro. He was my favorite student. I'd love to have him on my team. You know what I mean? So not just about you two, but about your team
Of course.
themselves, right?
We should tell them to
100%.
jump on. Got a question? Bring it up in the group. Every single day. Bring it up in the group.
Bro, and they made the most progress. They fucking turned around ad accounts left and right.
And
honestly.
you're so right about them being like, we were excited when you were like, yo, I think we might partner up with this agency. We were like, oh shit, that's sick, because now we've got all these students that we've literally been teaching them and like indoctrinating them in the ways of 4Media, and now they're gonna like come onto our team. Like, that's fucking dope.
sick.
That's
Like,
cool. We haven't
know?
heard that before, actually, like that in
Yeah,
that frame.
yeah.
So,
So-
that's actually cool to hear.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that was like the sentiment, like pretty much across the board. I felt like.
Yeah, 100%. Like people were excited. Like hell yeah.
And keep
Really
in mind,
like
this is less than a year ago because it was after last Agency Founders.
Yeah.
It was March.
It's crazy.
Actually, last agency founders when we even
Considered.
Yeah.
were even told. Tommy gave a presentation on it, which is what I said on stage, but I don't think people really took that like
Yeah.
heavy enough. But I took info from last year and was like, we're gonna go do this shit, and we did it twice.
Literally.
You know what I mean?
No, I remember when, like, after that started clicking, you were like on a mission, and I was like, "Fuck yes, this is sick." I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Like
So
that.
cool. Like, you guys watched that shit go down,
It flipped
yeah.
the switch for you, bro.
Yeah.
You were like, "I'm already gonna be talking to people like this week. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna make some kind of acquisition happen," and it made so much sense. It was perfect.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I guess let's keep going on that.
So do you want to jump into that now?
I mean, that's where we
Sure.
are, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Where are we,
perfect,
anyways?
Okay, so here's what happens.
Did you guys hear about Last Agency Founders? Or did you guys like want to go, but it was just like didn't make
Eddie
sense?
tried to sell us a ticket.
I
Yeah.
always try to sell tickets.
That was probably the one time we
Sales.
turned
But
it
you know
down.
what? You know what I fucking look something. You know why I'm a good fucking salesman?
Yeah.
Because I know the fucking product that I'm delivering is the fucking shit.
Yeah.
Bro, I fucking want people there not to fucking sell them and to make money. I want them there because I know it's the best fucking use of that money that they have.
I mean, how fun did you guys have at Agency Founders?
It
Not
was
just fun, but
amazing,
Unbelievable.
From fun to value.
Yeah.
amazing.
Agreed.
Like we jumped to next day once the both days were done, and we were speaking in our team. We said, guys, this is so good. We made a deal to bring more of you next year from London team to join us on the Agency Founders. We want our team as well there because it was amazing. Like how much we learn, it kind of like puts you in this closed group of people, like-minded, and everyone's just sharing ideas. Boom, I did this, it was successful. It's because not a single agency, they're all similar, but everyone has their own angle, And funny enough, every single speaker brought value. So no matter what you're doing, you could have pulled so much value from that or for multiple of them to make it work for you. And it was amazing.
There's a quality of everything as well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even
Oh, yeah.
people, even the food, you know, breakfast, lunch, it was great. And obviously all the content that was going on.
Hotel.
Hotel was unbelievable.
I was never in a hotel with a full glass like thing. Like
So
I was enjoying it so much. Like
Here's what's crazy, guys. Like, not that this year wasn't good or anything. It was fucking amazing. And honestly, the people there were. I love the people there more than anything. Like the people there really showed up this time.
I almost wished it was 3 days. That's how good it was.
Yeah, no,
You know?
I agree. But like from a running it standpoint,
Fuck.
the third day I showed up to the VIP day. I showed up late because we had a podcast, then we had to pack it up, and then they lost a fucking car, bro. They lost my car for an hour and 20 minutes.
Jesus.
In the valet. They lost the keys.
They lost the keys to my. I was like, so what happens? Like, let's just say you guys, you know me by now, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm so patient. I haven't even raised my voice. I'm actually an extremely understanding person in these situations. Like I literally not bothered. Listen, what's the situation? He goes, we'll file a claim. I'm like, what the fuck is a claim gonna do? I gotta get back to Georgia 5 hours away, my
I'll
guy.
wait. No worries.
What the fuck is a claim gonna do? Oh my god!
Preach
I
for
held it in. I was
business
like, let's just hope that's not your only solution because I gotta get back to Atlanta. I'm like, no.
Jeez.
Fuck, but the third day, bro, I had nothing left. I showed up, Ashton was teaching, and he's like, come sit up here. I'm like, honestly, I'm good in the back.
Yeah.
I swear. I was like, ask Andrew. I was like, I'm good back here.
I was saying to Eddie, actually, one of the really cool things, and I don't think many people noticed this at all, because I don't think they even were aware, the fact that there was a VIP room for the speakers to go back to. It wasn't used a single time, which meant that the speakers after or in between every single speech were speaking to everyone in the room. And the value, like being able to go and ask a question, because it's hard sometimes. Q&A, we ran out of time, or you think of something after. Being able to actually have these conversations, and every single one of them had no problem shaking hands, having that conversation, and just providing value straight away, which I thought was honestly amazing. It gives that. It's
There wasn't any speakers that were like too good to like talk to anybody.
No. Literally, like you can like.
And the first one is better than the second one, guys. Like,
Really?
events. I would give it 10%.
Well,
because it's in Atlanta.
you know that we were actually.
We just had
thinking-
more, I guess, control of certain things. I'm not saying there's a ton that was better in the second one than the first one.
Sure.
But I'd say
we knew what to expect more from the second one for sure.
Yeah. But like,
I think it's also from our perspective because I don't know. We'd have to ask people that came.
maybe the
second.
first one was so crazy
You know-
because we didn't expect that we could do it that good.
I think so too.
Maybe that's what it
Here's
was.
the
It was
other
like our
thing.
first time we're like, holy fuck, we're not an events company and we could do it better than everyone else.
Yeah, your expectation-
What the fuck?
Probably too high already, right? You're probably
Yeah,
expecting
Exactly.
too much.
We were expecting perfection. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
and
close to it.
yeah, I think also we should ask in the survey if you attended both years, which one was your favorite.
Wow.
That's a good question.
That's a great
Wow.
You know
question.
what? Well, I was so surprised to see when someone on a stage asked, "Can I see hands from the people who went there previous year?" Half of the room came back, which talks a lot. Like you would not come back to the same conference if you don't think the first one was so good. So,
Great.
mind blowing.
There was a lot of people that were from the first one. Mainly VIP too, to be fair. Like people who bought VIP first year came back VIP. There was a lot of second year VIP, which to me is the biggest compliment, right? They paid the most
Yep.
and they
Twice.
got the most out of it.
Yes.
So they were willing to do it again. At $10,000 a ticket, bro, that is not
huge.
an easy swallow. Like I
Absolutely.
and I respect them so much for it, and we make sure we give them.
provide.
We give them, yeah, dude. That's a lot of money to spend, bro. You can easily
Hella
fuck
good.
that purchase up.
Oh yeah.
You fuck up 10 G's, bro. It's you're set back. You know what I mean? It's like
Well, the hotel almost fucked it for you, right?
fuck,
Fucking
The
A.
Wi-Fi bill. I can't go over the Wi-Fi bill.
bro.
Should we say it? Should we say it?
Yeah, I mean whatever. It was like
9K.
$9,600 or something like that.
$10,000 just to have Wi-Fi at the conference that sucked ass.
No, it's worse.
Within the 19th century?
The conference Wi-Fi that they said was the only available one was slower than the guest Wi-Fi that was free.
It was so fucked.
Explain that.
I was the whole time on the public one.
Exactly.
The whole time, the conference one didn't even work. Public.
Same, bro. We canceled it. I was like, take this return the shit right now. Like send that money right
How
now.
can they even justify charging that?
Yeah, it's ridiculous because they know they've got
theft.
you. They know they've got you by the balls. As soon as you agree that you're going to do it in their space, they
Boom.
know you're not changing the dates and they know you're not changing the space.
Yeah.
So they can charge whatever the fuck they want. It's outrageous. Like, and that's what happens with weddings too. Like, I remember like when you guys were planning y'all's wedding, like you'd already chosen the location. and it's like if you need
They
something
can tell
kinda
you no
last minute-
easier. They can tell you no easier.
Yeah, if they can
No.
tell it. Yeah.
Tough luck.
Yeah.
Change it. It's today.
Right? What are you gonna do? Right? So it's like they've got you.
Oh, we
by
forgot
the
to tell you,
fucking
yeah.
balls.
We're shutting. You don't actually have electricity.
What?
If you'd like, I'm just giving you an example. Like,
Okay.
that's how relentless it gets. It's like, oh, you're here. Didn't think about electricity. $6,000.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, you only have the
bro.
regular electricity, and you guys want to use a lot of electricity. So like you can plug in some laptops, but you're trying to like run all this shit. Oh, you didn't pay for like that many voltages.
Yeah.
We're like, I didn't know how many fucking
No,
wattages
they charge
and
us.
voltages
They charge
I
us when
needed.
one of our speakers came a day late and didn't check into his room that we already paid for.
But that's fucking joke.
What the fuck?
We'd
does
already
that mean?
paid for his room because we were like,
Their
we'll pay
room's-
for him for 2 days. If he only comes for one, that's fine. He shows up the second day and they're like charging a fee because he didn't show up
Like
to check in the
$150
first day.
Come on.
Guys, I was like, stop it. Stop it right now. Stop it.
Daylight robbery.
Stop it. Daylight robbery.
Bro,
They actually.
So,
they
makes
actually.
no sense.
Back to this merger because it's pretty cool. Because like
It is
people
cool.
wouldn't think one. I don't know. Some people probably don't think that like it's possible to merge.
Yeah.
Some people probably don't think that selling a business is a thing in general. And 3, people don't think it's possible to walk away from owning a business.
Or whether merging's
And-
the right idea.
and
or whether merging is the right idea.
Yeah.
Exactly. Which very high chance that it could not be, bro.
Agreed.
Think about like on a bio level, right?
Agreed.
Like certain blood can't even take other blood.
100%.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
100%.
Like literally it's not possible.
And working in a company, it is like a lifeblood, like the culture and everything. So if you're trying to mix two things that are not
Exactly.
compatible, it's like it could be a really bad
problem.
rejection.
really
for sure.
bad, bro.
Really bad.
Yeah.
And it takes
think-
the bigger one holding lines of a culture of expectations of because that can easily be twisted in my opinion. Like I'm not saying it's not up to the smaller side of it, but when you have like 60 employees taking on 12 employees, it's like if the 60 suck and the 12 are amazing, there's like no way that that's going to work out. If the 60 are amazing and half of the 12 suck, it's very possible.
causing massive
It's
problems.
possible, but it's still possible if the 60
Don't
is good.
accept. Yeah.
True.
exactly.
But like, and also you've got a team that you've been working with, certain processes, SOPs, culture as well. To then take a team to start working with a bigger team, you never know how that's going to work as well. So that
Yeah.
was a big thing to consider.
It's like when you're a kid and you're like, your parents are like, okay, now go play with Johnny. And
Yeah.
you're like, I don't fucking know Johnny. Like, I don't know. Are we going to have fun? Like, maybe he's a dick. I don't know.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that was another thing.
But we
to
had a
consider.
few calls though. We had a few
did.
calls.
Yeah. So how did the conversation even start? Because I don't even know if I know this full story.
So midnight.
I'm the closer, bro. I'm the closer.
Yeah, it was like
I knew.
It's so funny. Fredo today, I forgot what it was. He was like, what if, like, I was like, okay, I'm going to recruit this person. He's like, okay, have you talked to, like, his boss? And I was like, no, but I will before I do start that process. And he's like, what if his boss says, like, no? I was like, that's not an option. Like, I was like, I'll get to it. Yes. It's just a matter of how we get there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What is it going to take? Like, how's
Finish
it gonna
line
make
is
sense?
here. I'm getting there. I don't know the trail yet.
Like, you can push me around, but we're going to figure this out. It's not even an available option.
That's quite similar to our situation, to be honest. But yeah,
To be honest.
I don't know what day of the week it was, but it was super late. It was like midnight. We get a text on WhatsApp from Eddie saying, are you free to jump on a call right now? And we called each other and we were like, did you just get Eddie's?
But do you want to say like a little bit before that what happened? Well, what
With
made
what?
it? Because it's very important for I mean, you obviously know, but for other people to understand why we initially said no. Essentially, Scope ran into a few
Yeah, but
problems.
we haven't jumped on the first call yet.
No, but this was all happening before that.
Yeah, but we didn't say no yet.
Okay.
You want to go into that? Okay.
Sure,
perfect.
sure.
Okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
I don't think it matters much.
No.
Just
But so basically, we got a call out of the blue from Eddie, and so we jumped on, and Eddie's telling us about this crazy vision that he's got.
I was
for
probably at fucking agency founders. Like,
Yeah.
Tommy presented. I was like,
yeah.
Super excited.
Mergers, acquisitions activated.
I remember like the day after, or like literally the day of, Eddie was like, I'm already in the works. I'm already in the talks with an agency. I think you guys will be familiar with them. You guys will be excited. We're like, cool.
And
We
when
were
Eddie's
at the hookah
excited.
night.
Yeah,
That's when I sent you the text. We were out smoking hookah at Agency Founders. It was day 1, nighttime.
After the dinner.
After the dinner. We all went somewhere and smoked hookah and like partied.
Yeah.
At the place we went to, but it was
Oh,
it
so
was,
Yes,
the
but it
same
was
one.
inside. You've been there.
but it was inside
Yeah.
and it was like
loud as fuck. You
blasting
couldn't even
music.
hear each
Oh,
other.
wow.
It
We
was
were yelling,
obnoxious.
bro.
It was
Like
obnoxious.
we were actually astounded at how loud.
And everyone's
it
like,
was.
"Why is Eddie like so focused on his phone?" I'm like, "Okay, guys, like,
You available for a call?"
Yeah.
You know, it's like danza gadudo.
Oh my god. But yeah, we jumped on, and then Eddie starts going about this vision about, right, guys, have you ever thought about selling your agency? And we're like, well, yeah, of course. And he's like, do you realize the kind of multiplier you can expect? And we're like, well, we kind of, we've heard numbers, but what is it? And then he's like, I've spoken to so many brokers and they all give me the same answer. If everything's looking good, if everything's aligned, if it's ready to sell, at best you're looking at a 1, maybe 2x multiplier. And we were like, ouch. And obviously the goal for us was to sell. It was to exit at some point. And so
which is, by the way, this is true.
100% true.
This is true. As an
100%.
agency without like deep contract value and running on the model that we are, like people are getting in those range.
Exactly.
At that size.
100%. And then so Eddie started to explain that he wanted to go international. So many employees, hundreds of employees, and just basically show that we are one hell of a giant business. We're not just some small time thing. And, based on being able to provide those things within the business, that would then start taking a 1, 2x multiplier to a 4 to 5x multiplier. So we're like, whoa, this sounds crazy. Like, we love it. And then,
But not enough.
but not enough.
Not enough. Why?
Go ahead. Now you can explain. Now you're at the right point.
So we actually
I was just tossing you.
So we actually partnered away from scope. There are some issues, internal problems, and we were like, okay, screw this again. No more partners.
We don't want to take this many unqualified clients. It's a headache.
Exactly.
We're getting burnt out. We're literally getting fried in the fucking toaster.
Oh.
I get it. You're
And
fucking
we
getting
were-
run train on, bro. That's
We
it.
were done.
Just
At
fucking- I get
that point, it was just me and Luc.
Yeah.
We own small percentage, but we do everything.
Yeah.
Everything. And we were like, we're done. We can't do this. No more partners. Like, we made this mistake so many times by now. Like, it's actually ridiculous. Like, no more partners. We don't want to do this. We want to create our own thing.
Yeah.
And we need to stick to it.
Which is why we started in the first place.
3 months later, Eddie Maalouf sends the message. He was like, boys, are you available for a call tonight? Or it was tomorrow, something like that. And we were like,
And you were about to start partnering up with someone else. And all
oh
that too.
yeah. But we kind of like the partnership for that was like, we have our own agency. We can partner up on email marketing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that was the thing.
And
Like,
create a new entity for
new entity. Like, we still have our own thing,
I get
but
it,
that's
yeah, yeah.
additional, right? And so we were into that process, and Eddie reaches out, and me and Luc were like, oh yeah, this is good. Let's try to get him to send us some clients, the ones that they don't want to work with. Maybe we can take them on. We can make it some kind of deal.
Some shady backdoor deals, huh?
Something. like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we jump on a call, and obviously, everything sounded so good to be true that we had to say no.
Yeah.
It was like no, like we trust you. That's all fine, but like we've been screwed over so many times by now. Like it's like we need to do our own thing. But unfortunately or luckily, you're a great salesperson.
My follow-up game is strong.
Follow up.
So follow up.
I always set up a follow-up call. Got to get a follow-up call. As long as we can get on a follow-up call, we can get there.
Again.
Inch by inch.
Did you guys think about it? We say yeah, but we still think no. And then you say this all the time, the saying that he has, like that.
Well, there was a second call as well, and we said no.
I got it
again.
from a friend, by the way.
Eddie's so great. He's like, look, guys, look, just jump on a call. Let's talk about it together. because you don't know the full picture right now. You don't know what's on. You don't know what I'm offering. Because at the first call was all about the vision. It was all about the vision. We're like, yeah, this sounds great, but we're like, no, Eddie, with all respect, can't do it. Second call was all about what are the possibilities. Still said no.
How can you say no when you don't even know the deal?
Exactly. That was it.
And we were like, okay, let's come back to hear the deal.
Again,
So
we're like,
logical.
exactly.
So logical.
We're like, we fucking sound stupid if we go no.
Yeah,
sorry.
no, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Oh, here's $1 million. Like, no, we won't take it.
So that third call came around.
Fuck, it's such a good line, right?
So good.
Amazing. Like, we had to say yes.
So good.
Bro, that's the power of like suspense or
Oh, yeah.
something. Like holding that
Oh, yeah.
card. You know what I mean?
Leverage.
Yeah.
Leverage.
A little bit more follow-up game, and then third call came around. This was a big call.
That was a big goal.
Decisions were made, and so Eddie jumps on again, and he's like, "Guys, you know what the cards are. You know what's on the table right now. It's going to put you in a much better position, and the potential to grow is so much nearer and so much bigger." And we're like, "You're right," but still, we had this thing in the back of our head, like, no. And then I always say this phrase because I will never forget it. And in the context, it was crazy. You know, after all these conversations, it might sound a little bit tame now, but Eddie came to us and he said, "Look, I'll put it this way, and if you still say no to me after this, then fine. I wish you all the best. Let's consult, whatever." And he said, "Luc and Nikola, ask yourselves, would you rather one full grape or half a watermelon?" Again, we can't say, "I want the grape," because you sound stupid. So we said yes. That was what we said yes.
I got that from
It was the
CEO
grape and the
lawyer.
watermelon analogy.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Actually, CEO lawyer told me that one time, and I was like, I'll never forget that.
I told 3
Wow.
people that
Shout
agency
out Ali.
founders.
Yeah.
Dude, I wanted to get a roast from Ali so bad.
Oh, his would have been
I
amazing.
know. Fuck. I wish we would have prepped more. Fucking A.
It's all good. It was fucking amazing, bro.
But honestly,
dude.
best thing ever. Seriously.
honestly, at the same time, the night before the final call, we sat down, and obviously for months now, because like we just partner away again and all this stuff, me and Luke we couldn't pay ourselves because we were always prioritize our team. We always pay our team. We always pay all of our expenses. Everything goes first, and then me and Luke at the end, right? And so we were...
Which is the right way to do it.
Exactly.
100%.
Like those guys, and honestly, some of them are with us like for now 2.5 years, and they've been through thick and thin with us. Everything. There was a point where the Stripe blocked our accounts. We couldn't pay them for 2 months. They didn't say anything. They said, "Yeah, no worries. We're working. When they release the money, we're gonna get paid."
Wow.
It's like honestly amazing team, and we were like, okay, let's set this crazy standard for us. Like let's this rule. This is what we put on the table, and if you say yes, we're gonna obviously say yes as well.
Yeah.
We go in, or like, okay, there is no chance of you saying yes to that. For us, we're like, I don't think that's gonna happen, right? We say it, and he's like, okay, boys, yes, let me just check with my partner, and I will get back to you by tomorrow. Hour later, boys, we have a deal. Let's go.
Yeah.
We were shocked. We were like, oh, yes. Fuck yeah.
Our-
Can you imagine?
Our girlfriends at the time were involved in the whole process. Like, with the 4 of us were sitting there, Google Meet, like, do we do this? Do we do that? Do we do this?
I mean, it's a
so
big
funny.
thing. Like,
Crazy.
put it this way. So for us, for Eddie, Maalouf, and for media, this whole time, we're like this agency that we look up to, right? This is the agency that
Literally,
Yeah,
your
we
team
coach
is
you
learning.
guys.
we
from us.
learn from them. We consult with them. We
Conference,
love
we knew about the conference at that point, so we're like, huge.
exactly.
And not only before he was trying to sell you a ticket to a conference that didn't exist.
Yes.
Now you've seen the videos and all the shit, and you're like, "Fuck, that conference looked sick." Right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
and when
The content, bro.
The content was coming out like crazy. That's the one thing that made you stand out for us. Every other agency, 0 content. You guys, it would be like through our feed. Like, wow.
because it's so difficult. Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
so hard to get the content out there. We wanted that. But when you put stuff on a paper and when you realize, oh, fuck, to get a good content to
Bro,
actually...
it's so expensive too.
Very.
It's a lot of money.
Insane.
You have to be willing to just spend every month.
The equipment,
Not just
The time,
Yeah.
the
the
people.
time, the people,
Of
everything.
course, yeah, but
Planning, like how many people are just involved into creating the content for Media is absolutely insane. So, anyways, we were
Testament to Andrew.
100%.
100%. We were so happy, so excited. Let's get going.
Shout out content team.
Shout out.
Shout out this guy over here.
Over here.
Shout out Nate.
Great job.
Nate's like number. He's like the guy who's been there through all these behind the scenes things. Like
Nate's seen some shit.
Nate's seen some shit, you know. Nate's got the biggest picture out of everyone, I think, in front of him. He's got the paint the most.
For sure.
Shout out to Nate. So,
we agreed to work together.
Yep.
yes.
Okay.
And you were like,
Look at, listen to
We've
this.
made it.
Yes, and we were excited. Like we know we could have grown much faster with you guys than alone.
Yeah.
But like it was still a brand new thing, right? So how fast?
And you're giving away everything that you're giving away a chunk. That's what you do with an acquisition. And a lot of people, especially in the agency space, do not want to do part with their agency.
A large majority, right?
100%.
Oh yeah.
but at the
It's
end
that
of the
bit
day,
of paper.
you were holding a large percentage of a grape
Correct.
rather than
Half a grape in our case.
you know, a big chunk of a watermelon.
Half a grape.
Half a grape.
So
A raisin, really.
You're so funny.
I kid you not. So we said yes beginning of February. So and we officially started in March.
Mm-hmm.
There is that whole month where we didn't even start. Like it was like, okay, how are we gonna do this merger, getting teams together, how are we gonna get everything going? In just that month, we got like 10 clients closed. Like
tripled
like
in
just
size.
volume going in, and we're like, fuck. We did not expect it to be this fast.
Again,
March,
we made it. That's literally what
we made it. March, more clients. Like, okay, we need to expand the team now. Like, this is not good. we were like, okay, this is actually amazing. Like, we were shocked. We grew when we had this boardroom. Like, and we are with 4Media now for 10 months, just over 10 months.
Yeah.
We grew 111% in 10 months, and it's insane. For us, it's like, okay, perfect. There is sales coming in. We are good at fulfillment now. We went through thick and thin, and we know what's working, what's not. We know how to adapt. We know how to get people.
It's been a bumpy time too through like iOS and
Bro,
shit.
it seemed like the tone of agency founders of this year too was everybody being like, this was a fucking rough year. We all know that it was like a really rough year
Yeah.
for a lot of us, me included. Like I really felt that sentiment.
100%.
And if you were inside 4Media, like just a regular team member, you would like not really know that. I feel like
In
and
the
I'm not
agency
just
space.
and I'm not just trying to toot our own horn. Like oh
No,
my god,
no,
4Media
yeah.
is the shit. It really didn't feel like that from us. It didn't.
Well, the
and that might have
recession,
also been-
everything, you know, people
that-
were panicking, and
Shout out to our sales team too, honestly.
Absolutely.
Like the fact that we were still getting, so even if we churned, we were still getting good new clients and stuff.
yeah,
You know,
every month, yeah.
but
like
the other thing,
that's the type of shit that from the underside, like that you were talking about from stage, like, fuck, dude. Like starting some of those months where Julian's coming to you and like, yo, like, we're starting off this money like in the negative, so we gotta fucking
Step it up.
step some shit up. Because if we just stay the same,
Overhead gets strong, you know?
totally very strong.
But I also think that what we are very good at as a company is we adapt. Like no matter what. Like there is this problem. Okay, how do we overcome it? There is no time for us to moan about it. We just problem, let's solve it. Problem, let's solve it. Problem, let's solve it. No matter what it is. Is it sales? Is it operations? Is this? Is like no matter what. Like it's just constantly trying to get to the next step. Instead of, oh, it's recession. Oh, now we need to be careful. Oh, we are worrying about this. Oh, we are slowing down.
We're aggressive.
We're aggressive. We go. We are go-getters.
But we address the team at the same time. Like I think that's important. Like we keep the culture strong because we're a service-based business. Our team's everything.
Yeah.
So the fact that we addressed it and told them like, hey guys, we've got you. You're safe. I think that, you know, everyone's motivated. They're still
Yeah.
pushing forward.
What
which
was
is
it like from your side actually addressing the team to let them know that there was going to be an
good
acquisition?
question.
Like
Yeah.
that's
the acquisition?
yeah. Like what was that first call like? Like did you get everyone together and
Oh yeah, yeah.
tell 'em? Yeah, what was that like?
Yeah, we pulled everyone in, and
They were scared.
they were scared.
really?
Yeah,
I mean, we just went through so many different things with them.
Oh, 100%. And they stuck with you?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and they were like,
You're putting them
"Fuck
through another
again,
ride.
again."
but they also knew the site.
Fuck,
They're
bro.
like throwing up on the roller
Even-
coaster. And they're
Yeah,
like, we
yeah,
can't
yeah.
do another
Even
one.
Amazon said the same. We're like, Michael, you've promised us a lot.
Our team was
Not
fighting.
again.
Our team was fighting for us to stay as Flow Media Group.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
They literally were like, guys, we believe in you, Luc and Nikola. Like, you can do it. Like, I think we should just do our own thing, you know, build our own thing. So they had literally gone through what we had gone through and felt the exact same. And yeah, I remember when we pulled them in and we told them, like you said, they were scared.
Oh yeah,
But they also knew the size of you guys, you know, the same perception that
And
we
they
had.
were, and I think the coaching thing really was a nice glue because it wasn't just like only you guys knew Eddie. It was like there were high level people inside 4Media that
Who
actually
knew Eddie, Fredo, Andrew? Like, it wasn't just me.
Exactly.
Yeah, like it wasn't like
Mike
the
as
team.
well.
The team knew who a lot of our team members were, and we knew them.
but funny enough, like here's what scared them the most. So we told them we are merging, we're becoming 4Media. But the thing is, and they've seen this for a good chunk of time. I would say like a few months. They didn't understand that we still own part of 4Media London. They thought that we got fully acquired, and now they worked with us for so long.
Oh,
that
and they're not going to work with you anymore.
yes, they put so much trust in us, and now they have to put in trust in someone else. And
Yeah.
like, it was like, and we were like the whole time, we're like, guys, trust us. We're gonna get out of this shit. We're gonna go through this. We're gonna manage to do all of these things. And now all of a sudden we are letting someone else do the stuff. And so you're like, you have to understand, from Serbia standpoint, finding a job is extremely difficult. And now they trust us because they've been with us for so long.
Yeah.
But now it's a completely new thing. Are we gonna get fired? Is Eddie just gonna come in maybe and just one day, oh, I don't like this person, I need to let it go? Like, they didn't understand that we still have full control of everything. Like, we collaborate with the Atlanta, we speak, we exchange operations and everything. But at the end of the day, when it comes to like our team and our clients and everything, last decision is me and Luc.
Yep.
And we respect that, honestly. Like, it didn't feel this whole time that we are minority owners of the company.
Yeah,
It genuinely
100%.
felt like we are still the owners and we are building this shit together. And that's what like stood out for us quite a lot.
I love that.
I agree.
Having an acquisition is very hard, dude, from both ends of the stick, right?
100%. And the team as well, going back to like process and stuff, obviously, you know, the way that we do things now is amazing. And I think I can speak for everyone on our team. We love the way we do things. But for example, Discord, scary. People are used to jumping on a Google Meet here and there when we need them. You're on Discord the whole time you're working. So it's a massive shock to the system. There was, you know, certain processes, things like that, that obviously was nerve-wracking for them because they'd gone from, we could definitely say a more relaxed environment, which is definitely a con.
Yeah.
But
No work hours. Our team could work any time of the day, anytime they want.
Really?
as long
Yes,
as they
so
did 8 hours.
as long as they do their job, they can work any time of the day they want. And now,
Which,
all of a
like, to
sudden,
be fair, it's like, you know, if you are getting your shit done, great. But, you know, it doesn't provide the structure that's necessary. Like, because now we know, especially with just being able to 100% know that someone's on and you can collaborate with them and not have to be like, are they, you know, the speed at which things happen when like everyone is just on
Yeah.
and we're all moving in the same direction at the same time. It is a drag sometimes for people that I think are just more of that, like, you know, I don't know. I feel like it's a mindset that's come in the last, you know, like decade of being able to just like, if I'm working remote, I should be able to do whatever I want. As long as I'm getting my shit done, I should be able to do whatever I want. But I don't know if I agree with that fully.
we
you know?
didn't realize how beneficial it is to have still work hours until we actually did it, right? So our team was like, oh, they didn't like that at all. Oh, but we had this set up so far. Why are we changing now? Oh, 4Media.
Of course,
like,
yeah, it's gonna suck.
less freedom.
Oh, yeah. But it allows us to do so much more. Okay, I know my team members are from 10 to 6 Serbian time. they're there. I can get a hold of them any second I need them. Where before I needed something, oh shoot, he's at a gym. Oh, now he's with friends out. Oh, now I need to wait for tomorrow to speak with him. Oh, it's getting too late.
Oh, I would kill myself. I would never want to work there.
Insane. Like, it was insane. And then this is like, okay, Discord. Click. Oh, what's happening with this? Where are we heading? Any updates on this client? What's going on? What's the strategy? Like, all of that stuff easily was solved instantly when we switched the systems up. And it was so good.
Yeah.
But it was scary at the same time because, like, how will our team actually adapt to this?
Yeah.
Because we rely on our team a lot. And if someone leaves, for us at least, we was like, oh, fuck. It's so hard to replace someone. They've been here for so long.
And ultimately, that was part of the acquisition, you know? Like, the acquisition of a agency, when you're an agency, like, we've spoke about it a lot now on the podcast, but it's like the main play is the people. You know, like 100%. We are acquiring a set of talented individuals because we talked about it before, but you know, you're looking for a talented media buyer.
Exactly.
They either just left their agency that they were at because they weren't getting paid enough, so they want a lot of money. They're either out of a job because they sucked at their last place and they got fired. They're either stupid and they're brand new and they don't know anything, or they're working at a great place and they're not available. So it's like the best people are the people that are already working in an agency. Absolutely. A lot of them. Or they're like really killer freelancers, but again, they're probably pretty expensive and they're probably like very niche or something.
Agree. It was like tug of war. And I think a lot of it, you know, if anyone was going through this a similar situation would be, even as owners, as partners, you know, there were things that we didn't like. You know, the Discord thing for us, I won't lie, was weird because we weren't used to it either. But we had to kind of lead by example. And even if we didn't like it, it was one of those things that ultimately we knew would be beneficial. And so, you know, we had to lead by example. So there was a lot of things like that I would say it's battles worth fighting for. You know, there were some that we think, actually, no, maybe we do better. And there was some that was like, no, for the sake of the team, for the sake of, you know, making this work, we need to make sure that from the top down, we're following the same process. So, you know, Discord was a massive one for us in that aspect. For sure.
And at the same time, I gotta say thank you from your guys, like from your end. We are obviously operating in a slightly different way, right? When we joined. And so there were a lot of systems and processes that we already like were utilizing from the get-go. And you guys were not like, oh, you need to stop everything like right now. Like you just do it like this. No. So we literally like spend months just talking, okay, this is how we do it, this is how you guys do it. Okay, is this better for you guys now? No, okay, let's keep it that way for now. And then once you grow more, we can implement this because it works at scale, but it might not work when you're smaller, right? So it was relaxing for us a lot to know that, okay, we don't have to change everything or the way we were doing stuff right now, and we can slowly but steadily adapt and change the systems as we go, which was like refreshing.
That was one of the things that Tom Shipley talked about at the Powerhouse event that I was at. And he was like, when we acquire agencies, like the worst thing that we've learned is to try to go in and fuck shit up right off the bat, because that's the easiest way to lose all of the talent that you just acquired. Like you just brought on all this whole team member. And if you go in and you scare them by changing up all the shit immediately, you're going to make them all scatter and leave. And now you just lost like the actual good people that were on this team that just got scared. So it's like you take them in and you're like, hey, let's just keep doing our thing. You know, now we're together, but you guys were already doing well by yourself. You know, keep doing it for a little bit and we'll talk and we'll figure out what's going to happen. It's kind of like when you get engaged versus when you get married. It's like you're getting engaged. We're promising that we're doing this thing, but it's going to happen in a little bit. We can talk until then, but you know. So I think that's the best way to do it, honestly. It makes the most sense.
Absolutely right.
And when you're acquiring a company, you're acquiring an asset, you know. You're trying to expand your business in a way, whether that's bringing a new skill, a new service that you can offer.
Yep.
And so you clearly acquired that business because they're doing something right.
Totally.
So there's something that's working, like you said. If you try and come in with your new SOPs,
like we're hoping you guys bring ideas as well at the end of the day.
Totally, because obviously,
you might as well just expand your team, right? If you're just going to force every SOP and every process, just expand the team. You're going to have to train them from scratch anyway. So
yeah,
but it was strategical too, right? We were like, hey, there's a lot of potential here, like you said, for clients to bring in
Yep.
from the stuff we're already doing, right? If we just spend more, I mean, it's such a logical argument, bro. The pickleball people were here in our office the other day. First thing they said to me when I walked in the room, what was it? Do you remember?
No.
We've seen you on ads.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it allows us to force ourselves to continually spend because we have more people that it's dispersed within.
Yeah,
And
he was
because of that,
like,
we're
he's like,
building our
I've seen you wearing that hoodie in my ads all the time.
Yeah.
Isn't that what he said? Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the one where you're at the computer, I think, or something.
Yeah. So that, I mean,
True.
that, bro, that is the power of it too. It's like if you just put more, which is a lesson, right? More into one thing and go vertically rather than like taking $50K a month and putting it in 5 brands, you put it into one brand. You really like exponentially create an impression share on the market that's really strong.
Put it this way. So obviously for us, when we were closing clients, we were always scared to how much do we charge? Oh, let's not upset them with this price. Oh, let's not do this. And we were always undervalue our services, always, no matter what. Like they object to say, yeah, okay, let's just for sake of close. Since we joined 4Media, like we are doing the same service better, and we're charging way more than what we were charging.
Fuck, you guys were not charging dick.
Absolutely.
I was like, bro, I just come in here and double these prices. We'll be just fine.
I remember when you had to get on the calls with their clients, their existing clients, and you're like, yeah, we're about to try to double the retainer. Like some shit like that. I was like,
So I
He's not gonna like this.
appreciate your business. It's going to be a little bit more expensive.
you're like, daddy's home.
I'm like, is this or we pass? What do you want?
But here's the thing, like when you are 4Media, when you're a big marketing company, influential space, you can say to clients, no, this is how much we charge. This is how much, if you want to work with us, it's not just like, oh, we want everyone. No. If you want to work with us, we think we're a good fit, but if you want, this is what you need to pay. For us, it was like we were no one. Okay, so what do we do?
We didn't believe it though, you know.
We did.
Eddie spoke a lot
100%.
about this at Agency Founders.
100%.
It's all perspective and thinking about. We knew we were small. We jumped on that call. We're small. Like we might as well said it to the client before we even tried. to sell.
100%.
I don't think we even sold anything at our original prices.
No.
So we jump on that call. By the end of it, it was probably 50% off. So, lack of sales skills.
Belief.
Sure. Belief.
And he was in
as
the
well.
basement slinging deals.
That's why I'm a closer, bro. I believe, bro.
100%.
And by the end of it, you're believing right next to me.
Oh yeah. Look
know
at
what
us
I mean?
now.
But it was a good decision.
It's and we've said this to so many people. It's said this to so many. Every person we speak to, you guys could be out of the room. It doesn't matter. We all say the same thing. It's the best thing that me and Nikola have personally ever done. And there's not a single regret of us doing this deal with you guys. That's for sure.
Baby.
Mad
And
respect.
this trip probably makes it even better.
10 times.
Oh.
That's all he's gonna say.
I want
Put it this way. I tried to get to United States multiple times.
Isn't it so funny the power of a business?
So many times. I got rejected. No, you cannot.
Really?
Go. Yes.
We send one Google Doc.
one letter.
Think about it. Signed Terry or Eddie. Like,
Yeah. And I was like,
crazy.
they were interviewing me everything. Like how much money you're making. Where are you going? Oh, agency founder. What's the name of the conference? Agency founders. He's Googling that. He's looking for
just
it.
a website. Like you
he's
could fake this entire plot and just bang visas out. Bro. You can fucking, this is the sickest business ever.
I'm not
we
doing
throw
that.
a fake event every month and we just bang visits.
Our whole company just gets to have a sick ass party.
Bro,
every
not even
weekend.
that. We sell it to people.
Oh,
think about how
my
many people from
God.
Serbia can't visit America. They would easily pay 10 G's to attend this conference.
100%.
Where would you like to visit? Vegas? Well, we have a conference on Saturday.
just for a record.
Right? You do one in every city a different week.
Fuck.
Conference.
I can't.
It's a business
Holy,
idea.
bro. Low-key power move.
do it.
The visa agent.
Talk about visas.
I'm not associated with this. U.S. Embassy. This is not my idea. Like, please let me come again.
I want him to come back,
This
please.
is his first and last time.
But why don't we just make it legitimate? We throw the conferences every time.
That's a great idea.
I mean,
How many
would
people are
attend.
paying from Serbia to go to Las Vegas? I'll tell you that.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Let's go play some black.
1,000 attendees, 10K a pop. Not bad.
Not bad
The
at
problem
all.
is they're not coming back.
That's for the U.S. to figure out.
I probably know
That's not my job.
We're a one-way ticket.
like 2% of people who came to US and return back.
Okay, so maybe we should charge more.
Really?
Sounds like we're giving a full ticket.
Wow.
2%.
Hey, round
Like-
trip it's 10K.
Why? 'Cause they-
One way it's 25.
Why are they not allowed to return?
No. They came to US, didn't come back to Serbia.
Oh.
They just stayed without
Don't they have
papers.
to? They don't have to go backwards and forwards, no?
No. So
You're
here's the thing.
saying 2% of the people that you know?
Actually came back to Serbia.
Ah.
Most of them stayed illegally here. Like because
Wow.
like it's like
Holy.
the volume of
That's pretty crazy.
opportunities in United
But
States.
not Nikola.
Not Nikola. No, me. I'm coming back tomorrow, unfortunately, but not me. The amount of opportunities that are available here for people who really want to grind is hundreds times.
But bro, to be fair, you're surrounded by it.
True.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like what is your experience? You're around us who are surrounded by opportunities because we create them everywhere. We surround ourselves with winners, with other people who create opportunities, and then you go to agency founders who's
More
fucking
winners.
more fucking winners who want to make opportunities. And then you leave America and you're like, everyone in America is a fucking killer who wants to make opportunities. You know what I mean? Fuck.
But you know what most
Serbians are lazy as fuck.
you know what Serbians are
But
doing.
we went to Buc-ee's. You saw the real America.
Yay! Welcome to Buc-ee's.
No, but honestly, know how Serbians are making millions of dollars in America? Like they literally come here, drive a truck for a few years, buy a few trucks, and they start expanding, and they open the dispatch in Serbia. Bro, there is like hundreds of truck companies, like dispatch companies, logistics, like the ones that are closing sales, like everyone in Serbia. They underpay them or pay them well enough for Serbia, but underpay them how much they would pay someone in US.
Yeah, of course.
They're just building companies. There are companies doing hundreds of millions of dollars, and it's Serbian guys just went to America and started like driving trucks and then converted that into their own businesses.
Crazy.
Insane.
Happens all the time in other countries, bro. My parents did the same thing. They opened the first water park in the Middle East.
Yeah.
They saw one here. They're like, we need this there in the hot place.
They need a Buc-ee's. That's what they need.
Holy fuck.
Imagine Buc-ee's in UK.
I don't even know how that. I don't know if that worked well or whether that worked bad.
Where would it fit?
A petrol station.
Where would it fit?
How big is your petrol station? What do you call it?
Yeah, petrol station.
Petrol station.
Petrol station.
What are there, like 6 pumps max, I feel like?
Yeah. 10 on a good one.
Ooh.
Yeah. Very tight as well. Super fucking tight.
What kind of car do you drive in the UK?
It's a bit boring.
Yeah.
Volkswagen Golf.
Oh,
Good car.
classic.
Yeah. Solid.
GTI?
Reliable.
Yeah.
Or
German.
I had an R, but I got rid of it and it's now just
Manual?
yeah.
Of course.
But
And
that's,
he's left-hand or right-hand drive.
Left-handed.
Right-hand drive.
I noticed yesterday when you
yeah,
were
but
shooting guns.
they
Crazy.
drive on opposite sides, so it's
Exactly.
actually it's good for him.
Yeah.
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 It's crazy.
But talking about petrol, in the UK, the minimum you can buy is 97 octane.
What the fuck is that?
Here is 86.
Oh,
86.
Isn't that the lowest? 87 is like the lowest?
87, I think.
Yeah,
or
I
89.
see ours is 97, which is probably your premium, right?
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Our premium's 93.
Sorry, I got that wrong round. Premium's 97, 95 is our standard. So it's
So you're saying you're better than us?
roundabout way, yeah.
By
yeah.
a couple percentage points, I guess that's
Yeah.
all that
Yeah.
matters.
What about the price?
Fucking extortionate. 3 times as expensive. We worked it out
UK.
with Eddie.
So what were the hard parts about merging, though? I'm curious here. Because, I mean, that's why people want to hear this, right? They want to...
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. So we've already touched on processes, so that's number one. And getting our team to come up to speed with your team, and also making sure that the grey areas don't get too fuzzy and too mixed, because naturally we're collaborating, we're speaking to people. Oh, so and so from department does so and so in this way, but we're doing it this way, and then processes. Me and Nikola have to stay on top of that stuff. So that was definitely number one. The hours.
Oh,
Time differences. We're based in the UK. Our whole team's based in the UK. In Europe and Serbia. So that was a big thing as well. And I think we actually do a pretty good job of that now. But that was obviously something that was a little bit odd. We only had 3-4 hours overlapping every single day.
We intentionally push that. So
Yeah.
usual hours are 9 to 5, right? We everywhere.
Yeah, you make it later to get
Yeah, we
closer.
did 10 to 6
You
just
have
to grab those extra hour so we can be at least
Yeah.
a little bit overlapping with US. But yeah, I would say hours are pretty difficult ones. And
100%.
I think the biggest impact when it comes to hours is on me and Luc, because obviously our team is being engaged with 4Media in
And
general.
you guys work later.
But we have to like do the whole thing, and then we are also doing. We want it. Don't get me wrong. Like we want to grow. We want to help grow, and I hope you guys see that. But we genuinely are 100% dedicated to growing this now together with you, because we see the opportunities. We see that it's possible. We see what we can do, and if we can help 10, 15, 20% to achieve that, we're happy. So
I love that. And what's the best thing? Number one.
The team, I would say. The culture, I think, because we had kept to ourselves for
We were
so
nowhere
long,
near here in culture when we started. We had something,
and it's obvious,
but
you
it
guys
wasn't
have built
something
that.
on paper,
Yeah,
if that makes sense. Like you couldn't like quantify it with words.
and it's been built up over time. Like it's kind of obvious. I can't put it into words in a way, but just walking around the office, you just, for example, the $100 challenge and how that evolved, right? It's like those little things that you guys have picked up over time, and I think that makes the team so strong. And obviously in the roast today, they all ended the same way. People saying, how much they appreciate you being such a great leader and things. And I think obviously that is a huge part of everything here. But yeah, for us, I'd say the team. We've elevated our team for sure. It's given them healthy competition. That's something that I don't think you can die out in terms of from an acquisition standpoint. The people that joined us through the acquisition still will treat it as a healthy competition in some sort of way, because we are in a way in two different we're on the same team, but we're in two different.
We're like
Hey,
step siblings. It's like,
exactly. It's like
hey, we've only
brothers.
got one parent that's the same.
Yeah.
That's funny as fuck. That's a good example though.
Yeah, it is. Exactly. So exactly that. Yeah. It's it's healthy competition from that aspect. What would you say?
honestly, I love that. I
Yeah.
absolutely agree. But for me, is the growth.
Oh.
I honestly,
Yeah.
how much we're growing, I can't even put my words to it.
But you guys, to be fair, with Jared grew pretty fast.
Did too fast.
Yeah, we
Okay,
grew,
so
but
that's what I'm asking.
we grew, but then we stagnated. We were at that point, and then we were struggling up and down, up and down, up and down. Right now with 4Media, it's just up. We don't go down. That's the problem.
So funny.
We don't go down. It's just like month
It's like
over month
pumping a
over month over
shitcoin.
month. It's-
4Media to the moon, baby. We don't go down. We only go up and to the right, baby.
The biggest difference between Scope and 4Media is that, though. Our experience was a lot of sales. Don't worry about the churn. Charging and claiming ridiculous guarantees, as we've covered. Whereas now we're growing in a way that's completely retainer-based, completely upfront, and we're keeping clients because it makes sense and because we're providing results. So it's a completely different experience, and
How
that's
sick is that, you know?
It's so sick, and it allows
when
us
you're
to-
like actually delivering sick results for clients.
nothing better.
Like you guys have had some sick dubs recently.
Unbelievable. Valari, we've already shouted out, and obviously meeting clients at the agency
In
founders.
person.
In
Insane. We,
oh no way.
yeah, one of our clients, Song Slide shout out. But yeah, it was great.
Seeing their products
Yeah.
live for the first
We
time
don't
ever.
see any of our clients' products, so walking
Ever.
around here the first day was
Everything is digital for us.
Yeah.
So just seeing them feel like how this works, it's amazing.
On that note, I think all agencies working in the e-com space need to get their hands on the product, even if they're not shooting content.
100%.
The difference it makes picking up that product, you instantly start to you can much easier feel the connection that the customer has once they receive that product. Copywriting, content ideas,
Oh yeah, of course.
changes, game changers. So I think that's actually something that we should embed into our onboarding going forwards. Is you need to send some of your product just so our team can get it for a fill in person.
I love that.
Some
I
products it's
genuinely love
hard
that.
because if they're like not high ticket, but like some products are like kind of expensive.
$500.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, it's hard.
500 is easy to get, but like to send 8 of them.
Yeah, it gets.
That's the problem with the remote team. That's what's nice about like having an
Absolutely.
office. Obviously, is like we're getting it to a central location, and a lot of teams can get their hands on it,
True.
even if they're not shooting content or whatever.
I agree, but it's a $500, but does it really cost them $500 at the same time?
No. But shipping it to UK, one to Serbia, one to Ohio, one to Texas. I'm just saying it adds up. I'm not saying it's not a great idea. I used to acquire that for myself when I was working solo. I was like, I'm not fucking selling your shit unless it's here. Like, I need to feel it, touch it, taste it. I didn't know what we're bullshitting on, what I can actually say. You know what I mean? Like, 100%. I don't give a fuck what your opinion is. Like,
sales tactic.
I mean, I do. Don't get me wrong.
And it helps your copywriters too believe in it, because
100%.
if you're just bullshitting and you're just writing that this product is the fucking best, and you're like, I don't fucking know if this product is really the best. I've never even touched this shit.
Bro, we have some products that we really believe are the best.
Dude, I firmly believe that the products that all of our staff love, we go hard because we believe in them. And it's not to say that we don't go hard on the other clients, but it's just easier to go hard.
Absolutely.
Because you want to evangelize, like, because you love the product.
Agreed.
You know?
Sales tactic. On this note, what if as part of the fee breakdown when selling clients, and kind of pointed at you earlier, I don't know if this is a good idea, but actually mentioning to clients as we sell them that as part of that first month's fee, we are actually spending a portion of it towards buying product to send it to our team.
I'd rather just tell them send us product.
I agree. Stupid idea?
Huh?
Stupid idea?
No, good but bad.
Good to do it.
Good
to
to
do it, but it shouldn't be a discount from our thing, unless we're just deliberately marking up the price.
This is the mentality of already backing down. You see, I've already gone from where we were right down here.
Is it why don't we pay for it instead? I'm like, why don't we not?
As simple as that.
Fair enough.
That was one thing that I talked to Lucas about, I think, and I was
Lucas,
talking,
Canada Lucas?
Yeah.
He's in our mastermind. Cool guy.
Yeah. I was talking to him and I was like, we never give the raw files. And he was like, oh, really? And it was kind of like, was that what they paid for? They paid for the videos.
Agreed.
Just because we own the raw files, and it's really no, it's no skin off our nose to give it.
Sure.
Because it's not really.
It is. It's skin off our future nose, to be
exactly. Future, it is. But if, in the grand scheme of things, you're thinking about it, it's like, it's a file. What are you going to do with it? It's going to sit there, or you could share it with us. Fucking share it with us, you douche. But it's like, no. In our agreement of what you paid for, you paid for final videos.
Yeah.
If you want,
you're not paying for the waste.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if I'm building your house, am I going to also like just hand you the tools and all the shit that I used in order to make the house, or did you pay for the house?
You can easily upsell that. I'm not sure if
we do.
You do? Oh, perfect. Because we ordered a few things on Fiverr. They upsold the shit out of us on that raw file footages and stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying.
We were like, oh my God.
That's what I told Lucas, and he was like, yeah, but it's a nice thing. But I'm like, it also gives you a lot of the power back, because then if you do have a situation where maybe the team didn't do as good of a job as we could have, or we were a little bit late or whatever, we can say, hey, as a complimentary thing, we're going to offer you the raws or whatever.
That's good.
And we don't do the raws. We do a thing called cut clips. So they're getting like prepared footage that's like no bad takes.
Color coded.
It's color corrected and everything, so that it looks.
Color corrected. What the fuck?
It's okay. It's color corrected. So like, it's not going to, like, they're immediately going to be able to, anyone with iMovie could use it.
Right.
Versus like someone downloading a file and it won't even play back on their fucking MacBook. That's like expensive, because they're like, what the fuck is wrong with this file? Oh, it's just fucking huge.
Yeah.
So it's like, we give them something that's even better, in my opinion, than raw files, unless they're trying to like do some wild ass.
Anyone can do something with it. You can give it to someone on Fiverr.
Exactly.
And just rock your world with them.
Exactly. So yeah, we sometimes, have used that, but most of the time it's an upsell, and people really want it, they take it.
I like that.
But yeah, I don't remember where I was originally going with it, but
it's just crazy, this concept of mergers and acquisitions, though. Like, so many people don't even know it exists. So many people don't know if they can even exit a company. Like, I didn't know that existed in a way until the last like 3 years, I'd say. And like, my parents have built multiple companies, and I actually told my father twice actually, he's been in a position for an acquisition where he would now get the minority piece of his current business, but he would get a cash out and also be a part of a much bigger business, which multiple could be 11x, for example, instead of 1. And I guess it just didn't even, as much as I explained it, even spending a whole day going through it and everything, it just like, what?
Zero.
Zero what?
Zero. He didn't even want to think about
He
it.
like dragged his feet. He wasn't like super interested. Didn't understand the value like of someone else who had $1 billion company taking his. And like I'm like, dude, Dad, like just what you could learn in the next 3 years before this thing exits is
Huge.
like, dude, where else are you gonna learn to build $1 billion company?
Exactly.
Like fuck, what a skill set, dude. What
And one thing that Tommy said that really stuck to me last Agency Founders, he said a business simply gets sold or simply ceases to exist. Like a business either gets acquired or stops existing at some point, you know? And it's like, do you want to ride it all the way to the end where it's nothing, or do you ride it all the way until you have to hand it off to your kids and who knows if they're going to care about it or do anything, and then they just run it into the ground? Or do you want to get something for the thing that you built, you know?
They just get too emotional. They
Yeah.
get too
Exactly.
emotional, involved. We actually offered when we merged with 4Media.
It's your baby.
We offered that third partner on email. You remember? We
remember,
offered
yeah.
him as well. But he was so emotionally involved into that. Oh, I built it from scratch. Everyone built their business usually from scratch. Like, I guess that's wrong. But
no, but I get your point.
But
like,
yeah, it's like
it
business
was
owners like
theirs.
that.
exactly. So like, why are you in business? Usually to make money, right?
I hope so.
Usually to make money, like unless you're something special. But like, if there is an opportunity for you to make more money
Yeah.
and do it much more
But it's not
efficiently,
viewed that way.
That's the thing.
It's viewed as making less money.
But it's the smaller portion of the watermelon instead of the grape.
Exactly.
exactly.
Shout out Ali Awad.
Shout out Ali.
He told me that quote one time. I was like, I'm gonna write this one down. It's a good one. It's a good one. It sticks, bro. It's like
I mean, I
it's a
remember
really wise lesson in a very simple formula.
agreed.
Like you say it and you're like, duh.
There's only one answer to that.
There's like literally, I would rather take a whole fucking slice, not even a half of the watermelon than a single grape.
Exactly. Tastes better as well.
Luke is using it all
Every
the time.
fucking time.
Why
Why
it's
not?
the best.
It worked
I
for
just-
us. I'm gonna use it on other people.
Fair enough. No,
Get
I
the
don't.
job done.
I
I'm gonna
don't.
get the job done.
I don't say anything. I just
No, I agree.
fair enough.
Yeah, that's a great.
Just do it.
Yeah. Mergers and acquisitions, though. I was just thinking about because I spoke to a few people at Agency Founders about. I actually had a guy come up to me and I forgot his name, but really nice guy, and he's been trying to acquire people for quite some time. But he's had the conversations and he's been refused a few times, and he was really interested in how you were able to convince us. And again, we told the story about we were in a
That's so funny.
super difficult position. And I purely, the first thing I said was, don't go in there guns blazing with, I'm going to promise you X number of dollars, all of this, all of that. That wasn't what ultimately sold us, in my opinion. It was the vision. It genuinely was, because it reminded us of the fact that we started the agency or the business to make money. And so the ultimate goal, getting to that point, that goal of ours, was going to happen 10 times faster by joining 4Media than doing it on our own. And once we realized that, and obviously the other bits on the side were super nice bonuses, but once we realized that, that's ultimately what I think made us feel comfortable with the acquisition.
Yeah, and from my end, it was easy because you guys had a client base that you were undercharging.
Yeah.
So I went through all the client retainers and payments, and I was like, double, fire, double, fire, double.
Literally.
Set up the phone calls.
Yep.
You know, and it just made sense.
It did.
But sometimes it's all it takes to like correct the positioning of something.
I agree. So let's flip it. Well, I know we spoke about why you started doing it, but I wanted to know on a more direct level with us as to why were we a good fit for 4Media at
Like
that
I told you, we already indoctrinated you guys through the course. We were on, your team was on daily calls with our fucking team
I agree.
for an entire year, bro.
It was like, which agency would we have the best type of partnership with?
What were
Exactly.
It
It was
made a lot
about the
of sense.
synergy. It wasn't about, it wasn't like, oh my gosh, we want to do it with them because it's the easiest. It was like, this makes the most sense. If I had to like, again, back to blood, like I feel like this blood is similar to ours, or at least they're close enough where we think they're awesome, they think we're awesome, and we can find out the middle ground without creating friction. Like he was saying, like I didn't force anything on you guys. I was like, here's what we do. What do you do? And let's find out where the pieces are better on each side and make one.
Yeah, exactly. Even though we were much smaller, that's the thing, which was crazy. And so, really, you acquired us from a wanting to grow in a team member direction, if you see what I'm saying. Like the ultimate goal was to actually expand the team, because obviously the vision was to grow more employees, different locations. So for you, that was the reason you did it. But obviously, interestingly, with Denver and Amazon, that was actually more for the ability to acquire a new service that could be sold to clients. So it's just interesting looking at that, because you acquired us ultimately for two different reasons.
I mean, you were a new service that we could provide to clients, right?
True. Yes. Which is
It was
interesting.
a different tier.
Different
kind
tier.
Yeah.
Which
Most people probably don't really know this.
That's a great point.
I mean, everyone that's been sold by us does. We're pretty straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have Europe, and then you have America. And Europe, we can charge half the prices because we charge half the salaries.
Yeah.
It's not half; it's a little bit more, but or a little bit less sometimes too. We'll call it half. But regardless, that's the concept. But you guys provided a really good service at a cheaper price. Like, no way for the prices that you guys are charging that I could pay someone in America to do the job. Just what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is
Absolutely.
what it is. Canada maybe, but America no.
I'd like to kind of, at some point in this conversation, maybe not now if it's too much of a rabbit trail, but
No,
I'd like
no.
to kind of talk about that.
No,
Because
no.
it's pretty interesting, like even just what Eddie was kind of saying, like, I'd love to hear a little bit, Nick, about kind of where you came from and stuff like that, because, obviously we've talked about some of the limitations of like, just the being geographically limited to Serbia has its like downfalls and things like that, and what it's like as a remote employee not even a remote employee, but a remote worker that's working with, brands in the USA or whatever. And is that seeming more common now, or is it still super weird? Like, what has that been like, I guess? And how did you even, like, did most of your friends end up doing this type of shit? Or was it like most of your friends are just doing like regular jobs?
So when I initially started, it was like a impossible thing. Like, who makes money online? Like, no one.
This is like what, 2017 or something?
It was 2018. 2017.
And did you go to
2018?
Did you go to like past high school? Did you go to college or like?
So I finished high school. I had great grades. Like, I wanted to go to the college, university, depends on how it is called here. But
Yeah.
I actually got into a law school. I got what is the word I'm looking for? When the government pays for it.
Scholarship.
Scholarship,
Yeah.
yes. And then first exam, I realized, fuck this. Like, I'm not gonna sit here studying for hours every single day, like 10 hours every single day, just so I can pass this one exam. And then we were also learning some other bullshit that, in my opinion, didn't make sense, right, for the law school.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm quitting this. And so my parents were like, oh, no, you need to go to college, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, fine. Let's sign me up for something else. And then I signed up for IT college, but then I had to wait a whole year because I left probably a month in. Like, I didn't even wait too long to quit. And so I had to wait a whole year to start again the new university, right? And I had some time. And saw an ad on digital marketing a little bit before that. Play around with drop shipping, didn't work out, I quit. And I had that skill. Like, I knew about Facebook, but not really. And I wanted to come to America, right? I wanted to come here. There was a program, Work and Travel, like you come here for 4 months. You work as a lifeguard or at the restaurant, whatever it is. You make some money, good money for Serbia, and you bring it back. You spend some, but you bring back a good chunk of it, right?
And are you going to be a lifeguard?
Lifeguard. Yeah, I even
He was
went
watching
through.
too much Baywatch. You know what I'm saying?
I went through a training and everything. I was getting ready. My parents said no, right?
Oh, really? So you
can't go.
you went that far?
Oh yeah, I was like, no, I'm going. No, you can't. I said, I'm going, and they said, okay, we're not gonna pay for it. And at the time it was like $1,500. Now, to explain $1,500, average salary in Serbia after someone graduates a college or whatever it is $400, $500 a month. So that's it. So for a kid that's 19, 20 years old to make $1,500 on its own, it's not an easy job, right? It was like, and I was like, how I'm going, no matter what, I'm going to make this work. And so how do I make this work? Well, since I did a drop shipping a little bit, like I said, I was like, okay, I'm going to do 10 emails a day. I made a template. And in a template, I was saying like, okay, I'm a cheap workforce. I'm from Serbia. Doctors get paid this much. So just pay me anything and you're going to get the best worker in the world. I don't care. Right? And I told myself I'm going to do 10 emails every single day. And I'm going to just pick digital marketers from YouTube, Instagram, whatever it is. Funny enough, I just took action. That's all it takes, take action. Funny enough, out of the first 10 people I emailed, 2 responded. One was for creating thumbnails for YouTube videos, right? 15 bucks per thumbnail.
You hopped on Canva?
No.
I'm just kidding.
Canva was nothing then. Like I was like zero experience with anything.
Oh my God.
I tell him, yes, I know how to do that. Okay, send me some examples. I'm spending hours on YouTube just learning Photoshop, like how to create thumbnails. And I'm just like creating something just for...
That's what it takes, bro.
Yeah, of course. Like I was like, yeah, I'm learning this shit. Like and I sent a few of them. I actually like spoke with Andy and
Are you good at Photoshop now?
I'm not crazy good, but I have that skill and it's a good skill to have.
Yeah, it is.
So, and I was like, okay, the second response was Billy Wilson. How crazy it is that I decided one day I'm just going to make that $1,500 and I sent 10 emails and one of them changed my life completely. Like literally completely. Because Billy Wilson took me in. I was like, bro, how much? He was like, bro, how much you going to get paid? I was like, pay me whatever. I just want to work. I just want to learn. Just pay me whatever. Okay, how does $150 a week sound? $600 a month at 19 years old? I was balling. I was like, I'm making money. Yeah, let's go.
In Serbia, for sure.
In Serbia, I'm making money. Like I was so happy. Like, and I was like, okay, second month, I'm going, okay, $800 increase salary. I'm making $800. Okay, let's see what else we can do. And he was just launching his course, so he asked me, okay, hey man, do you know how to video edit? I said, yes, of course. I had no fucking clue how to video edit. I didn't know anything. I just go in like how to video edit, and I said learn like Premiere, like how to do this. I pirated the Premiere. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that, but
we all do it. You know?
Just learning Premiere,
Yikes.
like how to get it, like
So I'll do it.
cut it. Like
in the beginning, you do it. Here's my philosophy now. I pay for it now, and I happily pay for it because I pirated it for so long.
Exactly. You can afford it now.
And the thing is
100%.
they dick us by making it a subscription. Back in the day, it used to be a one-time purchase,
payment.
and it was like $600, $700.
Super
If a kid
expensive.
wants to get to learning one of these products, like, what would you rather have? A customer for life that learned your software, or like one guy that pirated it? Like, who cares? You know?
I agree
my
with that.
LTV of pirating in the beginning is worth it.
I absolutely agree with that. But I was just like, okay, I got this opportunity now. Third month, I'm making $1,000 a month. I'm the happiest man in the world. Fuck America at that point. Like I'm not going to America. I'm growing this shit. Like, and I'm still not getting to that second college, right? So I'm like, okay, what can I do? I'm showing my parents. Like, my mom has a PhD as a doctor, so she like has all the degrees possible in Serbia for her industry. Right now, she's making $1,000 a month, doing 2 jobs. So I'm just going there, showing my mom is 19 years old, like, look at this. I have high school and I'm making this much money. And they're like, okay, that's cool. That's super good. But please don't quit college, because they had money. They just didn't want to let me go to America because they thought that I'm not going to come back. Right? They thought that I'm going to stay there.
Because like you said, 98% of people stay.
100%. Like, and and I was like, okay, this is great. I can make money here. I was working ridiculous hours. I'm not even joking. 2.5 years straight without a pause, Monday to Sunday, 16, 17 hours a day.
Wow.
Just
That's
working.
fucking insane, bro.
You're a
Just
machine.
working. Like
It's like Gary Vaynerchuk talking about it when he was doing that shit.
I'm not even kidding. I was grinding my ass off. I was like, no vacation. I didn't go anywhere with friends. I sacrificed everything. I wake up, I sit down, I work, I learn, I work, I learn, I work, I learn. And I know I was like, I had this opportunity in front of me. I'm not going to let it go. There is no chance, no matter what. Lost so many friends in the process. Like,
It's part of it, bro. You
of
have to
course.
lose them.
I don't give a shit. I was still like, yeah, because like now believe it or not, like in the
We're
past,
employing them.
yes, past 5 years, I probably employed like over 40 to 50 people from Serbia, whether it's with us, whether it's with another company, and people. I'm sitting with my friend, and we're just drinking coffee. Like it was like a year and a half ago. And he's like, "Oh, I'm not sure what to do. I know English good, but I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with my career." Bro, do you wanna do some copywriting? And he's like, "I don't know. Like, let me connect you." Bang. Next day he got a job. He is grateful for life now. Like grateful because I gave him the opportunity. And when you see people who wanna take the opportunity and use it, they're gonna fucking grind for that, especially in Serbia. And so that's why there are a lot of like barriers in Serbia. And like you asked, like to employ someone in Serbia, obviously the language is not the first one. It's not perfect. But when it comes to like people actually finding people who will grind and who will not stop, like that place is amazing. If you pick the right people from there, they will be grateful for life, and that's what I respect.
A lot of these countries are like that.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, that's what I'm talking. There is not as many opportunities in Serbia and other countries that are smaller than US compared to United States. And if you give them right opportunity, they will give everything just to make sure that they don't lose it. So yeah.
It shows they work hard as fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Like our team members.
We're building an office there now, right?
Oh, 100%.
That's right.
I already got
You
Julian
guys
to
got the
say
budget
yes.
approved?
Yes.
Fucking A, bro. How come he doesn't say yes to me anymore,
How
bro?
sick is it that it's like literally like international offices? Like that's just so fucking cool. It's just sick.
We're expanding. We're going to go further.
Yeah, and you already
It's
have
just been
that
a
space
year.
in Lebanon. But are we ever gonna do anything? Are people working in that office?
No, Wi-Fi's connected, electricity. I just let them work from home still. But if we had like 8 people there, I'd put them in there.
Yeah, for sure. Makes sense.
Bro, it's so nice. It's ocean view. Got a fucking underground garage for the cars. Private parking spaces.
This year. We'll get them in there this year.
Delicious. I just like feel bad making them drive.
Yeah.
Because shit's so expensive in Lebanon. Like they're
yeah,
relentless right now with inflation.
Yeah.
You drive to the office, it's like a few $100 a month.
Oh, really?
I think one thing that like is an interesting piece of the conversation because we don't get to, I don't know. I guess being in America, we don't see that as much. Like you're talking about, like being given that opportunity and just grinding. Like we've talked about it on the podcast before, but it really does feel like the level of opportunity is raising up, and people in America are like, they've been getting too comfortable with like the opportunities that have been here, and not necessarily not taking them, but like people there's like, hey, people are taking our jobs. It's like, yeah, motherfucker, because you don't necessarily just deserve a job just for being here. Yeah. Like you have to fucking work. Like you need to actually take advantage of the opportunity and be the best. Because someone is out there trying to work harder than you to be the best.
I mean, at every level, right? Even at a company level, like people think about 1960s, 70s when people shop marketing companies. Where did they shop? They shopped the fucking local guy in the town who ran advertising campaigns and knew how to write billboards and signs and do clever marketing tricks. You know, then fucking other resources started happening. Then you would call certain people for marketing who were also still local but further, and then now in the state, and then now in the country, and then now in the world, right? So like someone could be shopping us and then shopping a team in Australia and then shopping a team in Dubai and then shopping 3 other teams in the United States and one in Canada, and
All in the same day.
all on the same day.
All in the same day.
All back-to-back calls.
Wow.
Back to back.
We were mind blown. We actually like, had a discussion, like it was late and we're like, how is it even possible that I'm sitting across the world and I type this text message
On a piece of glass.
on a piece of glass, takes it 1 millisecond to arrive across the world to another person? How?
We used to not even be able to deliver a fucking letter.
Pigeons.
I was actually joking.
We're
the other day
living in
about
the
this.
future. It's fucking crazy.
Dude, it's
It is
crazy. We
insane.
do at one point think about it. When we only had horses, and you would travel like your boy. We were talking about this.
Yeah,
in
this
the
is a
time,
good
like,
one.
Your fucking boy, like your homie. You know, he lives in a town an hour and a half on horse away. Okay, you fucking ride on this horse to go see your boy.
Yep.
You can't call him. You can't send a letter. Like, what is that gonna do by the time he fucking responds? Like either that or you have to plan weeks ahead, right? You send a letter via horse. He reads it. He sends it back. 3 Saturdays from this eve, I will be home, guaranteed. And then you have to make the trip. But like, if you don't do that, if you're like, I want to see my boy, you get on a horse. You go an hour and a half. You get there. Guess what? Your fucking boy fucking went to see his boy. And now he's not home. He's fucking sleeping over at his boy 2 hours away. How the fuck do you even know? You just got to come back. Like, it's so shitty, the lack of efficiency, because you can't communicate before you take that trip.
What if they move address?
And you know what's wild?
Holy fuck, what if they move it's over?
That's why you kept address books and people would send out letters like, hey, we've moved.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't see that shit anymore.
Fuck you, I'm not saving that shit.
It's a post on Facebook. Hey, I've done this.
And now you're acquiring
hey, I'm
agencies
married.
across the
And it's
world.
wild because it really is just another level of efficiency. And people are scared about AI and all this stuff. And it's like, it's just another level that humans have gone to try to reach another level of efficiency.
Exactly.
Like, why do I need to hire someone when I can tell a robot to do this thing? Why do I need to spend all this time doing all these meaningless clicks and taps when I can tell the fucking AI to
Do it in a second.
do what I need to do in a second? Because it can.
I mean, a positive way of looking at it, maybe in the future, it means it's going to give the people more time back.
Exactly.
You know?
If you looked at cars and you said, oh, well, you know, it's going to take the job of the horse, like, that's fucking dumb. Like,
Exactly.
the car is just a better way of doing things, and that's just how it is.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
A horses are going to be out of work. The stable's going to be empty.
There was something I saw recently. It was like a cartoon, and it was 2 horses, and it said, oh, no, what are they going to do with us after, the cars, it's like 2 horses talking to each other. What are they going to do with us after cars take over? And they said, no worries, they'll find a better thing for us to do, or something like that. And it's like, we kind of didn't. Horses are just kind of horses, but that's okay. You know what I mean? Like, horses can enjoy their life, and that might be the kind of crazy thing that happens with humans. Like, we might just be able to fucking enjoy our life and not have to work as hard.
Instead of working 8 hours a day, you
That's
now
crazy.
work 2 hours and you get paid the same or even more.
Yeah.
Like, just because you now have all of these tools that help you, people are no longer needed like 8 hours a day, 3 shifts, like just working.
No.
You just literally like few hours and you're enjoying the life. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
And it's kind of a utopian kind of thing where it's like, maybe one day we can all just live in harmony and never have to do anything.
Or
and shit
do we
like
just,
that.
as a society, do more in less time?
Exactly.
Therefore, exponentially grow, exponentially.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's, with a rising tide, it raises all ships. Like, if the top level people are going so insanely high,
Yeah.
imagine how much it just brings everyone along with, like you were saying, your parents went to America and they're like, holy shit, this water park thing, it doesn't exist where I'm from. Let's bring that there. Like, imagine if no one had ever built a water park here. Like, someone's got to be pushing the needle. That's what it
Exactly.
feels like when you go to like Silicon Valley and like some of those areas where
Yeah.
you're like, they've got like delivery robots on the sidewalk. That's like normal there. You're like, they're living like a year or 2 or 3 or 4 in the future, depending on where you're at. Sometimes
Amazon
even
Prime.
a decade.
Amazon Prime still don't have it there. So it's like, all these new
And we
things.
take it for granted. I can order something on Amazon. It comes in a day sometimes.
what's the name of that bar?
Rice Krispies.
Rice Krispies.
I'm bringing that stuff to Serbia.
It's amazing, right? It's like crack.
I'm
He's
gonna
blown
try-
away.
I'm
Krispy
gonna-
Kremes as
I'm
well.
going to try to license it.
He's gotten Krispy Kreme twice.
Here's the thing,
it's so
Luke.
good.
Nick,
People would go crazy.
Nick, here's the thing. You said you don't have marshmallows in Serbia, right?
Not the way you guys have it. We
Here's
do
the
have.
thing. You can make Rice Krispies at home if you just have marshmallows and crispy rice, like the cereal.
Really?
Yes.
But we don't even
I'm
have
blowing
that.
his mind right now.
But we don't even
like,
have
you
that
can
cereal.
make it at home.
We don't even have that cereal. That's
So
the issue.
so you need to figure out how to buy a shit ton of generic crispy rice, because you can go to any store.
No, fuck that. Just license Rice Krispies, bro.
License. Okay.
And
License Rice
fuck
Krispies.
shit up in Serbia.
And it's
I'm gonna just send them emails like I did when I started digital marketing. So just make a template. Here's how much
go.
money you can make.
just
here.
ask
do it.
ChatGPT to write you a proposal.
A proposal.
Yeah. I want to license Rice Krispies in Serbia. How would you go about this?
So all in all, you guys it sounds like you'd do it again. The merger.
100%.
Merger, 100%.
Sounds like you're trying to go acquire your own as well, right? You're like, hey, maybe we could just get this guy, attach him on here.
100%.
CRO,
Yeah.
couple other things.
It opens your mind to what's actually possible and how much quicker you can grow. It's like you could, any sports team reference, you add people to your team that are A players, that are top of their game, you're going to grow quicker. You're going to be better. You're going to get further.
He said everything.
Yeah.
I love it.
No, honestly, like, I mean, why not? If you ask yourself, why wouldn't I do this again? I probably would not have like anything that I can answer that actually makes sense. I can maybe come up with some bullshit excuse, right? But like,
That's cool to hear.
actually makes sense. Like, what? No.
Yeah.
We don't like flying to America to the big office. No, we don't like getting more clients. No, we don't like having access to everything that 4Media does. Look, of course we do.
Yeah.
And it's better. And everyone's making more money. You, us, the team, everyone is growing. So why wouldn't you do it?
Agreed.
Damn.
So that's it.
You want to ask him the closing question?
Mic drop. Yeah. You guys know how we end the podcast?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Wait.
at the end of every podcast. At the end of every
Let's
podcast.
call Luke's bluff.
Oh.
You normally ask a pretty wild question, right?
Close,
Let's
but
see.
not close enough.
Is it not
What's
close
it
enough?
called?
What is the question?
Now you're asking too much. I was 50% there.
Good. That means he's working.
Indeed. So,
listening to some
not listening to some
podcasts.
foolish podcast. Some silly men.
Correct.
No, at the end of every podcast, we ask, we like to call it the fortune cookie question. Basically, we're asking you, if you had to give a fortune cookie to someone who's, maybe it's a younger version of yourself, maybe it's just a younger person in general, but the advice that you would give to that person that helped you, the most, or something that you feel like the younger generation needs to hear. It can be a CVS receipt of a fortune cookie. CVS doesn't make any sense for you guys, but
Yikes.
CVS has a notorious habit of printing the longest receipts of all time. So when you walk out of CVS, you have
I don't
like
even know what
this
the fuck CVS is.
mile
It's a
long-
pharmacy.
No clue.
I thought it was like GameStop or something like that.
Pharmacy.
It's
yeah.
a pharmacy.
Okay.
Oh,
They sell like
I was like, did
chapstick
he
and
just say
fucking
CVS?
Advil.
Do you want to go
Anyways.
first or should I?
You got one?
I know exactly what.
Go ahead. I got one as well.
Consistency. Like, that's it. It can be hard. It can be great. It can be stagnating. Someone can fuck you over. Someone can do you good. But what I stand for is just going forward. Like, there is no like, what if this? No, just go forward. You're going to come across all difficulties and good stuff and everything. And if you keep going, there is no way that you're going to fail. And I absolutely stand behind that. And I stood behind that when I started this. And I've gotten this far, and this is just the beginning for me. So
Love it.
Mine's similar, but it's different. Maybe why we're business partners, because we're aligned.
yeah,
But mine would be
Good cop, bad cop.
Yeah. Mine would be start, emphasis on the start, and don't stop. Speak to too many people who wonder what if this happens, what if that happens, and don't actually start. And I think, if I could do it again, I'd have started even earlier.
100%.
100%. But I held off. I went a different route. And then a couple of years later, I got started. So I'd say if you've got an idea, start. Everything you need is out there. Doesn't even require money. It's going to take time. But that's a currency to begin with. And then when you can start swapping out for money, then you can go that route. But yeah, I'd start and then don't stop.
The time's going to pass anyways.
Exactly.
You know, a side note, big conclusion here. It's way more fun to do with a team than by yourself.
100%.
In every aspect.
Yep.
Like as a team member, as a partner, and in every aspect, I think, across the board. I think people underestimate the power of that too.
We all elevate each other.
Through good and bad.
Yeah, like doing shit alone is really hard sometimes.
sucks.
Really hard. Yeah.
And the downs blow. It's like, okay, you lost everything, you restart, you're still alone. You're like, fuck, bro. This is tiring.
Yeah. Agreed.
But
nobody's bigger than the team.
hey,
That's
let's
right.
go. Core value. Yo,
Always
you
be
fucking
grown.
you dropped so much fucking heat today on your roast, bro. Just want to give you some fucking respect, bro.
It was fucking great.
Always be grown. I saw that one coming. I was like, oh, that one's gonna be a home run. I see it. I already see it. I didn't expect the second one though. The second one was big. What was the second core value that you gave again?
Always be going.
Always
No,
be-
no,
that was the
no.
first
I
one.
said nobody's bigger than the team.
Nobody's bigger than the team except for you, you fat fuck.
No, I said nobody's bigger than the team except for Eddie. He's bigger than everyone on the team combined.
It's fucking great, bro. That one I
it's
didn't
too
see
good.
coming. It was fucking awesome. But thank you guys for making this flight. Thanks for sharing your experience on the mergers and acquisition sides. We talked a lot today. But I think it's really cool to see both sides of the coin. You know, a year from today, we didn't even know this concept existed. And then 10 months before today, we made it happen with you guys. And we both just trusted that we would make it work between each other. And then we did it again in May. It was pretty fucking sick. Also successful. Probably would share the same exact opinions you guys have too. So it's cool to see that, and you know, to see that business can operate in a completely different way than anyone's ever been taught in our life. I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's great all around, and we're super grateful, and we're pumped, and obviously it's fucking sick that you guys are sitting across the table from us.
It's
Fucking
amazing.
insane.
It's actually so wild. Like this type of shit is like so cool. So
Yeah, and right back at you guys. It's been the best thing we've done. Meeting you guys is just taking it to a whole nother level. Feel like we've known each other fucking ages. Like
wild.
it's
Oh, yeah.
insane. So we'll be back, and yeah, I can't wait to see what we accomplish as 4 Media in the future.
Yeah.
What's the best way to connect with you guys if someone wants to talk to you?
So for right now, my Instagram is locked, which is going to change tonight. And so
Private.
IG,
He means.
yeah, private, yeah. So, and I probably need to change my nickname as well.
That won't
we'll
work.
put it in the description.
This
We'll
is
put the
not-
new one.
Yeah, do it. But I'm gonna definitely have to change, because
We'll
if someone
tag
tries
it.
to say my last name like you did today,
But it's Stojanovic, right?
Stojanovic.
Stojanovic.
Yeah.
See, I knew it. I was just playing it up for the roast.
I know, but it's difficult. Like,
I just like I didn't know it.
No, come on.
I'm just fucking with you.
but yeah, you can find our links down below, I guess.
Yeah.
Perfect, Luke.
Yeah, mine's at Luc Simmons, spell LucSimmons.
Double M. Love it.
Double M Bond.
Simmons.
Yeah, I was going to do
Luc
Simmons,
Simmons.
Luke, but it was going to sound.
Yeah, it's all good. Thank you guys so much.
Appreciate
And peace, everybody.
See you guys.
it. Yep.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the 4Media Uncut podcast. If you want to work with us, learn with us, or even join the team and be a part of what we're doing at 4Media Marketing, just go to our website. It's 4media.marketing. No .com, no .net, .marketing, because that's all we do around here. And most importantly, share this with a friend wherever you're listening to or watching this on. Please hit that share button, send it over to a friend, someone else that you think will get value out of this. It would mean the world to us.
And if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you like this video and comment down below any suggestions for future guests. And if you're on Apple Podcasts, please rate this 5 stars and leave us a review there. That helps us tremendously in the algorithm world. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode of 4Media Uncut Podcast.